Chukwuebuka Anthony, move forward to the front. Where is the rest of the song?
And within the last 2 years ish, so like I've been approached by a couple of AI companies to help train their models. But then I feel like I wouldn't want my art to be part of what replaces me, because right now, if you type in Beethoven.ai, there is a company using like my moniker to create. Yeah, exactly. To help people create music through prompts and everything. But then when someone claiming to rep them approached me, I was like, I don't think I would want to do this. To stand out, let's take Z-Level 10 as an example.
Okay.
Let's take Z-Level 10 as an example. Yeah. No matter how many prompts you put into AI will never give you the phrase yummy. So like it's that human element of lived experiences. Thank you for laughing, Dante. It's that human element of lived experiences that will like set you apart.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ATTW. Okay. It's another awesome Monday to talk about the latest and greatest things in Nigerian music and Nigerian pop culture in general. Well, actually, not necessarily. We try to stray away from certain topics, but yeah, I think we're here to celebrate the music, man, and to dive into all that concerns us. As you can see from the header tonight, we have a topic around AI. We've had some conversations about AI, of course, in the past. I can't remember which episode it was, but I think we would definitely be diving into some of those points again. But this time around, we actually have a guest that was gonna share some thoughts with us, and I'm excited to dive into that. But do we have top 10 before we kick off this week? I don't believe we do, right? Because I did not see it come in. As normal tradition.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have top 10.
We have top 10
right
this week. All right, that's fair enough. All right, but how's everyone's weekend though? Good, we're solid. Good spirits, good energy.
I came here to complain a bit, sharp, but
Wait, what's on your chest, my bro?
A certain big 3 artists said that the album is going to be about Aye and the rest. And first song, they said we should not judge the album by the first song.
By the first song.
But the second snippet, that's not sounding very like. I don't know. But please, let's see how it goes.
All right. Some more grievances for sure to share regarding our mermaids and our goats. Any other thing to get off your chest, my bro, before we dive into our topic? Dante was good. How was your weekend? How was the energy? How are you feeling?
Was good. My weekend was pretty calm. Yeah, okay. I loved it. I think I can't remember much. Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. Solid. We're glad to dive into this.
Good.
Happy Monday, everybody.
I just noticed I'm not a co-host technically, which is crazy. And Belema isn't as well, which is also crazy. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna kick off tonight. Before we get our top 10, I don't know if you guys have stumbled upon this new viral artist that we have on the radar. His name is Patrick, an indie pop artist from the look of things, from Anambra. Did anyone stumble upon the artist, seeing the clips?
Yeah, I did. I actually did on like TikTok before he came on Twitter.
Before he came on Twitter, Abby.
Yeah, I've been seeing like him randomly first. It started with like pictures. So on TikTok, you would have, there's a certain way some indie type artists promote their music.
Yeah.
And it's like a bunch of pictures back to back with like written on them. So that's kind of like his approach. And when he did that, I was like, oh, okay, why is this come up? Because I've seen it with artists like Giovanni, artists like Baruch. I think or even the female alternative artists trying to come up in the scene, they've also done, stuff like that. So that was how I came across them. Then later on, I started seeing some like very interesting videos, and I was like, oh, okay, this because I initially was trying to confirm where it was from. That's kind of like the first thing for me. And then
Right.
when I figured it was night, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, there's no problem. Just for like the next week, for me to come on Twitter and it's like, oh, this is not real, or this is potentially not real.
Right.
And yeah,
So your
yeah,
first
and that's kind
reaction,
of,
was that, oh, this is quite normal, right? Like you
yeah,
did, like no red flags, or I mean, we're using red flags in
no,
this case
no,
in asterisks or
no
in
red
quotes,
flags
but
because, yeah, and granted, I had only heard the portion of the song he was using to promote the song. You
right.
get me? So I do have like a full context of like the entire record. So I don't hear that portion. And the idea of a Nigerian making that was not foreign to me, just based
Right.
on the
On
type
the
of,
on the genre, basically, right?
yeah, exactly. So that was like for there's so many. There's a guy, is it James Otto or something from Abuja? His sound is also like very leaning, like almost like a Nigerian Dominic Pike sometimes. So I know like just our capabilities.
Yeah,
When they say our bag is deep talent wise, our bag in this country is really deep.
it's
So
true. Yeah, no, for
that
sure.
that that would never have been like the thing where I go to, okay, oh, we don't do this. But when did I say like mentioning certain things, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Now I'm confused. You get, so that's kind of like where the situation is.
Yeah, and so as a music listener though yourself, and I know it sounds like but I want to have the conversation with Dante before we open it up. We have Beethoven, ladies and gentlemen, up on the space with us. Okay, I've been following Beethoven for a minute. He's a composer, a producer, a mixing engineer. Definitely wanted to get his thoughts and opinion on this topic because he has voiced some points about it, which I think can be make for good conversation, and obviously share his own professional insights and perspective on it as well. Appreciate you, my bro. Welcome to the space. How you feeling?
I feel good. Thank you for having me. It's going to be an interesting one, and I really hope it turns out to be an interesting one.
Yes, man, for sure. Appreciate you, man. I've been following a lot of your covers, and I see how, I mean, your music back then, obviously I came across before pseudo or AI was kind of a thing, but in hindsight, if your music came out or was presented to a lot of people today, that their knee-jerk reaction, ironically, would probably be that you're probably or making use of AI tools and whatnot. But it's so funny how that's like full circle now to be the first point of conversation that we're having. But I'm glad that you're here regardless, man. When you first as a composer yourself, right? When you first heard AI generated music, right? What was your honest reaction as someone that was doing music already prior to it? What was your like knee-jerk reaction to the technology advancement that you witnessed in terms of generating music?
Okay, so knee-jerk at first, I was like, okay, this is cool. The fact that computers could generate music out of thin air and just prompts. But then as time progressed, I realized, okay, this might hurt art a bit. Me saying a bit, I don't believe that AI will totally replace composers or replace musicians or replace performers. But then the thing is, just like the way graphic designers have it right now, where people can easily just put a prompt in and it gives them desired results. Yeah. It might aid in the creation of art, but it will definitely not replace artists itself. So I was kind of cool with it. Yeah.
Okay, nice. And have you personally had a chance or even expanded some of your tool sets by even trying to check it out yourself? Like, have you incorporated it into your workflow at any points now?
Okay, so within the last 2 years ish, Like, yeah. So like I've been approached by a couple of AI companies to help train their models. But then I feel like I wouldn't want my art to be part of what replaces me. Because right now, if you type in Beethoven.ai, there is a company using like my moniker to create, yeah, exactly, to help people create music through prompts and everything. But then when someone claiming to rep them approached me, I was like, I don't think I would want to do this. Yeah, and they're like, okay, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Yeah. So the entire AI conversation, to me, AI is just a tool.
Yeah, yeah.
People might see it as like, oh, they're robots and they're coming to replace us and take our jobs. But yeah, human ingenuity will never be replaced. Because, for example, there are slangs that come up every day on the streets.
Right.
AI will not generate that because they're made from different parts of our lives, different parts of our society, different parts. So it's artificial intelligence. It's not real.
Yeah.
So the human element will always be there. That's what connects people to music itself. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you even hit the nail on the head, especially within a Nigerian context. Like, obviously, like we're a very, very unique set of people, you know, like when it comes to language, when it comes to how we say things, it's very hard to intelligently try to emulate, even though yes, we've seen attempts and we've seen some very close enough models or replicas of that feeling. It jumps at you immediately. But from your perspective, what are some of the obvious like giveaways that would definitely say, okay, yeah, I don't even need to wonder if this is AI or not. Immediately you can tell from that perspective. So what are some of those giveaways that from your end that you see?
Okay, so first of all, you can tell something is from a machine when it tries to compile everything into one line. For example,
okay,
I'm going to use the points, the in quotes artist in question.
Yeah.
Of this week, Patrick. Yeah, there's a song, the first song that was on his Spotify this thing, because I saw him on TikTok actually first before he got on Twitter. Yeah, and then I went to his page, and then there was only one song, and I listened to it for 5 seconds, and I knew this is not real. Because first of all, there's a vocal inconsistency between that song
and the other song,
Spotify handle, and then the white song that he was promoting on TikTok.
Yep.
Secondly, he's posing as a producer and a performer on the two songs. Yeah, but if you go through his social media, he has never actually posted any DAW of him making any beats, of him singing live. And now, thirdly, it might seem like I'm hating now.
No.
I have listened to him talk. in certain videos when he was announcing, because I went back far back to his first videos when he was changing his name from Dopamine to Patrick. Apparently there were some legal issues, and I heard the way he pronounced certain words. It did not sound like the pronunciations in those songs he was promoting. Now, let's leave the artist and go to the songs. So the first song, that one, there was a line in the hook. Yeah, he lives in Anambra, obviously, and everything.
Yeah.
But then, when AI tries to speak certain languages, there are certain inflections and intonations that they haven't really gotten down yet, because they approach Nigerian languages like they're speaking English. So the way Nigerian languages are sculpted, whether it's Yoruba, Ibibio, Hausa, whatever, it's hard musical. So the notes aren't straight. Like English is, I want to go to the market. But then with Igbo or Yoruba, you could literally take the talking drum, for example. You could play certain notes on talking drum and people relate to it in certain contexts, and then you'll be like, okay, this is what this person is trying to communicate to us. Yeah, that's how Nigerian languages work. But then in that song, I think the translation was chasing my peace or give me peace. Yeah, and that did not sound like a Nigerian person was saying. It didn't sound like a human being was saying. It sounded like a machine was trying to just see whatever was typed in. Because I feel like maybe he owns the lyrics, yeah, he owns the lyrics, but he is not the person singing.
Right.
He might be the one composing, but he's not the person singing. Now to the white song. If you go back to, I think it was last year, so Caesar, the artist, she was saying AI companies were training their models with her songs and everything, and then she was hearing certain similarities in her voice and then what AI was replicating. And to be honest, I started to research about it. I went to certain AI sites, gave it certain prompts, I spent my money on this, like selected certain artists, and then it was giving me almost identical copies. Yeah. And now I'm like, okay, AI is belting like this artist, AI is singing like this artist. Like, you can tell that, okay, this is actually, it's gone from just reciting lines to actually performing songs. Yeah. But when our brother in Christ, Patrick, is singing in his videos, it doesn't sound like he believes the words that he's saying.
Right.
It's weird. So you could say, well, Beethoven is hating, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But I've actually researched about this thing a lot. Right. Because even when I worked with, like, for brands, sorry, I'm rambling.
No, go ahead.
For brands, try to, like, make jingles and stuff. There are certain instances where maybe I need a choir and I can't get people into the studio, so I simulate one with AI. Yeah, so it's a tool. You your ideas.
It was going to be one of it was going to be one of my questions for you in terms of, like, how can it be still ethically be used as a tool? Because like, I think in an instance like that, like you just pointed out, like a choir or something.
So it's a tool. I put in my ideas, it gives me back, and then I can now layer it in the work that I have to present to whoever needs to hear something in a certain way. But then there's the fact where it would never still give you that feeling.
Right.
Well, maybe it's because I work in the industry, I work in entertainment, because last year, people were jamming, or was it last year or early this year? People were jamming to Stromae's Papa Uti, and, like, people were making covers. The artist wasn't getting a dime. Like, artist wasn't getting a dime from any around the world. People were, like, playing that AI cover. And whoever generated that made millions of that song. That was not their intellectual property. That was not their thoughts. It was not their story to tell. Because obviously the lyrics to Papa Uti was about Stromae's past. It was not their story to tell. It was a cheap copy, an imitation, and then boom, they make millions of it and they're popular and people are, oh my God. I mean, the song even got to churches. People didn't even know what they were saying, but apparently because the performance was so good, like the generative performance was so good, people, like, were playing it in their gospel videos. And I'm like, no, I don't, bruh, this shit is getting out of hand.
No, for sure. No, I think you even pointed it out. Maybe it's because you are in the entertainment industry, because there is a perspective of outside the industry bubble to say that we're in an active industry where music consumers don't care. Basically, they don't care if a song sounds good. They will follow through. They will put it on the charts. So is that something that you think the industry has to somewhat, is it a pill that they have to swallow regardless? Like, they don't, like, your hands are tied in the scenario of, say, allowing AI to kind of not necessarily take away, but essentially do the same job that you see many artists take their talent, take their skill that they've built on over the years, to just basically compete with them now. And it's like, do you see this? Do you see it in that instance that you are gonna end up having to just like succumb to it, to that reality?
I feel like we've lost that battle already, because big labels are now funding AI companies and AI projects, and then obviously the aim of labels is to make money. Whether I like it or not, no matter how much they love the arts or how much they love humanity or how much, the aim of a label is to make money. So you have like companies like Warner, like UMG. So they are obviously investing in AI products and AI projects and collaborating with tech companies to like do these things. So I feel like trickling down to the artist level, we've definitely lost that battle already. AI songs are on the charts already, so there's no way you can even stop it or combat it. So maybe it might help that any song that's AI generated could just be flagged as, okay, it's a song, but
just put the asterisk on it.
Yeah, exactly. Just put it there. Because you have a situation where a song pops, maybe fans now want to connect to whoever sang this song. Because at the end of the day, music is an emotional thing. People connect, exactly. People want to connect to the song. So they go from listeners to fans. But then the fan aspect, who are they connecting to? So I feel like that's where labels will have it hard. So
and in the live performance instance as well.
Performance,
the performance, because it's a
well,
performance art, but then again, yes, there's simulations, there's DJ festivals now that even just have like
just lights,
pre-programmed lights and everything, so it's
so just try to build an experience around the music if they can't find like an artist for them to connect with. So
for sure. But man, this is an open discussion. Of course, I know I'm gonna open the floor down to everyone to kind of chime in, especially in this situation where we're talking about an artist that came on the scene, or at least went viral recently. Patrick, I think it would have been dope to even hear from the perspective of that artist as well. But I don't know how open there would be to the conversation. But man, we have Naye in here. We have Slickback. What did you guys wanted to add so far to the convo? How you feeling?
Hi everybody.
Hello.
So AI. I was actually on a panel at work, just personal, not music related.
Okay.
And somebody said on the panel that AI is here, you have to get over it. And do you know what I hear it, because AI is here and we have to get over it. You have to actually now provide solutions as a human being to not allow AI, either you use it for your benefit or you what's it called, or I guess you do better than AI. You think of solutions of what AI cannot do, because there's a lot AI cannot do, and I feel like people are not remembering that. I see this as an actual opportunity for people to put them back into what music used to be back in the day, and not necessarily, obviously music has changed over time, the quality of music has changed over time. However, I do see a lot more complaining than a lot more doing, and I feel like there's only a few pocket of artists that are really getting it, that are coming out recently, that are connecting themselves culturally to what is happening that AI cannot do. Yes, AI can provide you prompts, but it cannot actually live what is happening. We're seeing it time and time again that artists, smart artists, I would say, are clinging on to cultural and community based things that AI cannot provide. And I feel like, the access to music has obviously widened over the years. And what has happened is that, because I don't want to sound, because obviously I know, like most people know that I obviously handle a group of girls, but I feel like I don't want to come from it. I want to really isolate myself from that, because I even had the discussion with them. But what I wanted to say was that I feel like there's more as an artist that you can actually dive into. And if you look at, the Michael Jacksons, the Sade's, the Grace Jones, what did they do to make themselves more prominent? Of course, time has changed. Everyone is a celebrity, so you're fighting for attention. But I feel like niches need to exist again. People need to tap into their niche. What gap are you filling in the market that is not there? And what has happened is that, there's a lot of replicas of, artists. And AI is unfortunately not allowing you to, stand the test of time, where you can, I guess, pave your own way just because you haven't created your gap. And I'm saying many things at once, but essentially what I'm saying is that see it as an opportunity,
Okay.
as opposed to something that should hold you back. I do, from my own personal standpoint, I obviously love the human element of music. I actually think AI music is it is AI.
Yeah.
AI, when you know, people are complaining about, when you get AI responses and it sounds very AI. When someone, if you are a recruiter manager for like whatever, when it's an AI application, right? When someone else has done it.
Yeah.
There's only going to be so much people can take of AI until people get sick and tired of it. The people that are popping and making money from AI is because they got into a market that was very
Untapped at the time.
unsaturated. Yeah, it was untapped, right? But as I listened to a AI album, and honestly, it hurt my ears after a while. At first, when I listened to it, I was like, oh, okay, I can vibe to this. But the fact that it was AI has a stain that cannot be removed. Like, no matter how much the song can be different, because you know what? It's pinching from different things that already exist and making it into one. So yes, it may be nice, but it's not sustainably good, if that makes sense. However, that is not to say that labels and all these big corporations that exist will not use it. You now need to figure out, okay, in order for me to tap into you don't necessarily, if your values are, I'm not going to use AI, cool, that's cool,
Right.
but what are you going to do to ensure that the human element of what we're trying to achieve is still there?
Right.
In the African market, I think, was it Faith that used AI, right? I think cloud vocals for her song.
Yeah. For a remix of the song, basically.
Yeah, for the remix of the song.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was a part of it. Like, unfortunately, we're gonna have to, my workplace, for example, said they were anti-AI. I work for what's it called? Like a university.
Okay.
Universities, you know how it goes. They want everything to come from the brain. But it got to a point where they had to give it up and be like, okay, we are going to use AI, but we're going to use it only in this kind of remit. If you extend beyond that, then,
right.
that's when you're going too far now, because you're not using your brain. But you can use it if, for example, some people are not really great at English, international university, like all these kind of things that have
like a language translator, for instance, or
exactly, you have to use
like
it for your benefit. And what people are, I feel like, from both sides of the coin, people that are against AI are literally, unfortunately, going to go, like, are not going to see the opportunity that exists with AI. And then people that are highly dependent on AI are now gonna, unfortunately, not have a sustainable career, because there's only so much you can do, right, with AI, unless you're an 1% of someone that knows how to use it at all places, and you know what I mean. So essentially, my point is that I understand both sides of the argument. From a personal level, I obviously want as much human. There's just some things that a human being can give you that AI cannot give you. And I feel like the industry will eventually catch on. But at the same time, AI is also an efficient way, probably not necessarily music, but, production. Just one more thing. Production is obviously one of the biggest threats when it comes to AI, right? Because it's literally there, the drums, the whatever they use production wise. Having, though that'd be shady, but having had my experience with producers sometimes, and the lack of how am I supposed to say like relationship building, with artists to create something, I feel like that's when artists will get frustrated and go with AI, because nobody's willing to sit down with an upcoming artist if they haven't got a name yet. And I'm only speaking from the Nigerian standpoint. Some people are not willing to, put in the time of, the great people that we talk about, the SARS, all these people that invested in, their time and energy into these artists. I'm not saying free labor, but, there's a passion there. And what is happening is that, AI can take your job, because you're no longer bringing what was so a beautiful part of music creation
Right.
into the future. And yeah, that's my personal take. But
Yeah.
those are the threats. Community, what can AI not give that you are not, putting yourself forward to? That's my
Okay.
point. Yeah.
Just on the last point you made about, I guess, younger artists that probably don't have the. I think what you're describing is they don't have access to the well-off producers. They probably don't have the funds or resources to like get a producer, right? Like, I think in many instances like that, one of the other things in that specific scenario that you pointed out, right? Because that's another scenario that can happen. I think finding producers that are on the come up as well as you as an artist, right? I think that should be the first resort, right, for in any young artist, is to also find community, and that, I mean, it's easier said than done, right? But that's why we even hold conversations like this, or have events or communities around music, so people can kind of connect each other and put a. I mean, we're in the digital age as well, so you can easily find people online, or try to discover people around the same level of passion and hunger for the game, and grind with that. Just that particular scenario that you pointed out. But yes, there is a set of like access now that this opens to a lot of people that didn't have it before. I think that's the broader points that you're making on that one.
Yeah, but even producers, like, it's not. I feel like I do get what you've just said, but I think from just my experience, it's not necessarily that people are not getting, or upcoming artists are not getting in contact with upcoming producers, because what is even upcoming? Some producers that you will deem as upcoming seem that they have arrived. Like, it's about how they interpret themselves. A lot of this is a wider conversation about the value of a certain person, and how Nigerians in general, I'm only speaking Nigerian because that's my context, how much value they place on the actual work that they're delivering. But yeah, I don't want to go too far, but my point is, like, everyone can interpret their standpoint, or whether they're upcoming, or whether they're building. By the end of the day, someone really big, a big producer, can see an upcoming artist and also want to invest. You don't have to be upcoming to have that relationship. Obviously, it makes more sense from an objective standpoint for an upcoming artist to go with an upcoming producer, because you're on the same level, you don't have too much effigy going on, you're just trying to make it. But at the same time, it's not always the case that upcoming producer aligns artistically well with the upcoming artist.
Yeah,
so
of course.
It's a big fine. So AI is something that you could just type, "Here, this is my sound. Can you do this? Can you do?" And boom, bam, bam, the beat is there.
You say, and boom, bam, bam, the beat is there.
But yeah, that's just my point. But it's obviously a very nuanced conversation.
It is.
And that's why I say I see both sides of the coin. But it's just, again, the whole point is, if you're so much against AI, think about your positioning in it. And
Right. For sure. I think definitely we can have more conversations. Real quick, before, I just wanted to get a quick question from Beethoven before we perhaps can let him go, just so we don't hold you too tight, bro. Real quick. Just based on the conversations that we've had now, we've already hinted at how this affects, say, younger producers, younger artists in the space right now.
Yeah.
What would you say is the best form, or the best way that younger Nigerian artists or producers can use AI without losing their originality, without losing what makes them tick, without giving them, or at least giving them some level of edge or advantage in the sea of other artists to let them stand out? How do you think they can make use of AI without losing that aspect of their artistry?
Okay, so the thing is, at a certain point in time, when AI is done learning from humans, it will start learning from itself. And then we'll keep on going in that loop and keep on going in that loop.
Yeah.
But then, to stand out, let's take Z level 10 as an example.
Okay.
Let's take Z level 10 as an example. Yeah. No matter how many prompts you put into AI will never give you the phrase yummy. So like it's that human element of lived experiences. Thank you for laughing, Dante. It's that human element of lived experiences that will like set you apart. Like when you listen to a Donsky, it's not something that AI will naturally interpret. Like that kind of beat that Trilo did. It's not something that you would explain to AI and AI will give you that exact beat. And then there's also the legal part. Whatever you create on any AI platform, they still have the rights to it, whether you release it or not. So now you are trying to shortcut your way as a young artist into getting easy beats or it's getting free beats. If they want those songs taken down, it will get taken down because it is not yours. It was just what you put into a prompt and it gave you an answer. It is not yours. Just like graphics, for example, the graphics are not yours. You just downloaded it. It's not yours. You can't use it for like commercial purposes. Now, for young producers trying to make it and whatever, man, the industry is very, 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 very weird. It's a very weird place to be. If you are told people that, take October's Reach for example, if you are told people that let's say 4 months ago that people would be singing word for word at a concert, as a guy just rambling, the lyrics are like very, very genius, rambling about breaking into people's houses, for example, and niggas will be, sorry for the slur, but niggas will be singing word for word, hundreds of people with their phones out videoing him. AI will never predict that. So it's the human elements in it. The human, just be human. That's the thing. Be human. AI is built for perfection. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying in that Patrick guy's first song. It was too perfect. Like the arrangement of the lines. Like there were lines that didn't even rhyme, but then still try to fit it into that verse because that was what was put down, like lyric wise. So perfection is nice and all, but then it's your human or your humanity that will set you apart, and that's what will connect you to other humans. So that's the only way to stand out.
For sure, man. Thank you so much for that. I think definitely the conversation can keep going, but appreciate your time, my bro. I think we definitely had had a good time with this topic, and hopefully we can get to catch up on something else for sure, man. Appreciate everyone on the stage right now. I think we had Slick back that wanted to add to the conversation, and then I have my brother Rookie up here. And then we get to more speakers. How are you doing, Slick back?
Good evening, everyone.
What's good?
Good evening to Skynet also. Please, if you are listening, I'm not among the people that are slandering. Please. In case you take over in the future, I'm one of the good boys.
Hello.
I have a AI is here to stay in every industry. I think every industry is reacting to AI in different forms, and music is just our bread and butter, what we are most concerned about. So, like the first question that I have in my head is, first of all, how many percentage of a song will be classified as AI generated?
An AI generated song.
This song, that's one. Two, another thing is like, I feel like what makes a producer, what makes an artist, the definition like is going to start changing. Like we have nowadays that some producers don't know how to play like any instrument, but they do cook up good beats. They've fought tooth and nail to keep their producer tag. So like if I type in a mad ass prompt, bear in mind, prompting is not an easy thing.
It's not easy.
It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing.
No, sorry, please.
Is not an easy thing.
As a person who is learning this, it's not easy.
It's not an easy thing. Please, if people should.
So it takes
prompting is not a new skill.
It takes talent and
skill
to prompt.
No, I'm not
It's
saying
a
it takes
skill.
talent, but it's a skill to explain
Even ask
explicitly.
AI how to prompt them. Like you're asking can I prompt you to prompt?
Yeah, but being able to communicate, like for example, being able to communicate your idea, like even if
And,
AI,
and with specificity too.
yes,
Right.
to tweak it, to mold it. Like I feel like I agree with the opinion that the first movers obviously got rewarded, right? However, if more people adopt it, you people are going to start seeing very sophisticated prompting. That's what I'm like. If I go to start saying
So sophisticated to the point
when
where
we-
you can see like very like detailed blemishes here and there that makes it human.
yes,
Or makes it feel
that
human.
This is my own AI opinion, and I use it like both in my career and like my work.
Yeah.
Is that yes, AI is the tool. It's like a knife. Like we know it's going to cut the fish. However, some people are going to design hats in the fish. Some people are going to cut it diagonally. Like people are like the human element is how you use the tool to give you like your desired result. That is
Right.
where like my own human element is. And the reason why I now brought up the question of how much of a song will now be classified as AI generated is how much of like the human element is still involved in the creation. For example, if I spend 3 weeks prompting, revising, reworking the track, having like 5, 10, 20 different demos until the AI gives me like
Wow, that's
the
a lot
desired results. Yeah, like the desired result of what I want or how I want it to sound.
Yeah.
And somebody will come and tell me that, oh, I'm not a real artist. I'll be angry. Do you understand?
Okay.
Do you understand? That's where I'm coming from. Like, I'm not saying that like that. I know that, especially when it comes to like art, and everybody has like different opinions or different, because it will become a political debate on what is ethical and what is not ethical. So like I'm not trying to enter that conversation. We all have different perspective on that. What I'm trying to focus on is on the art form in itself.
Yeah.
I'm sure most of us, especially all of us that like to talk about music, one point in our lives we wondered if we could become musicians. one point in our lives we thought about it. I'm sure Iman has like a field rap career somewhere. Now think about it. That idea that idea that you could not execute, like you had the idea but like you couldn't execute the idea. If you now put that into motion right now and say, okay, let me work on and it comes out sounding something that you enjoy, do you think, should we now say that, okay, all AI music should not be posted on SoundCloud and not be monetized and just be put for the sole form, like for the sole appreciation of the art form? That's where I'm just like, I'm trying to like draw the question of say, at what point in time are we going to say, okay, this is where the human element starts, this is where the human element stop?
Right.
How do we measure? Because Beethoven talked about using simulating a choir.
Yeah.
Look at a song like Back Outside.
People thought
choir, but like the choir portion of that song is like 50% of the record. If somebody had used AI to simulate that particular portion of the record, would we call that record an AI record? I don't know if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, in that context, that's a good question. I was really citing that song as an example because it is a good like chunk of the song. It's the meat and potatoes of the song. If you get down to it, yes, you can classify that as an AI generated song. But then again, I wouldn't you wouldn't necessarily write it off because of that. I personally wouldn't, but I can see how some people can hold that opinion that it is. But thankfully in this scenario, we actually saw videos of of real children singing the song.
They had to do it though. They had to put evidence. Like,
Yeah,
you know
and
what's
shout
going
out
to happen.
shout out David Rotimi. I think David Rotimi was here actually. I was kind of hoping, because David Rotimi doesn't speak too much, but yeah, even to that point exactly. I think yes, it would be classified. It should be classified an AI song if it's used at that particular level of portion for the song itself. I believe. I know Beethoven, you kind of waved your hand a bit on that, just to respond to that question.
Yeah. I want to clarify. So,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, when I submitted the draft, I told them I used a tool to simulate this choir because everything, in that like particular pack, I had to state everything that I used, and they
Okay.
were like, no, we want humans to sing it, and I eventually had to go get a choir to
Okay.
sing that part. Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
now, an example, let's say producers using samples that were generated from AI. It's not bad. It's getting an idea and pushing it. But then there's still you chopping it up, and then you can say, okay, I made these beats. But an artist who did not sing anything at all, typed prompts into an AI with a voice, and then coming out to say, I sang this song. You didn't sing it.
It's different. Yeah.
You didn't sing it.
It's a different
So you
claim
can say,
there.
I made the beats, I produced the beats with the aid of AI, but you did not sing it at all.
Right.
So that's where it comes in. You can say, okay, this song is 50% AI, 65% human, whatever. A song is a song eventually, whether it's just like the way arts, digital art and physical art. Art is art,
Yeah.
no matter how you see it. But then the lines have to be explained, the lines have to be drawn. Everything just can't be blurred. You can
Right.
paint on canvas, you can paint on your tab, but then you have to explain, okay, this is what this is. The lines have to be explained. So someone coming out to say, I'm an artist and I sang this is my song, or I spent 3 weeks generating this prompt and it came out with this result. Yeah, you can say the result is your song, but you didn't sing it. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
When it's time to perform, what are you going to do? Okay, you've gathered fans now, 2,000 fans in an arena. And then you're like, oh, guys, I can't really sing this song because I spent 3 weeks writing this prompt and it was always my dream to be an artist. And now you like the results, but then you're not going to enjoy this performance which you paid thousands or millions of naira or dollars for. They were storing you tomatoes, bro.
I just want to, because I forgot this particular point, but thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
It's not as if I'm enjoying the current human performances, but
Bro, have you
Why are
been
you
to
so shady, bro?
what?
Too much shade.
The thing is
that's too much.
the thing
I'm
is
so
that
sorry.
okay.
After what I experienced this weekend, I stand with sleep back right on. Now to enjoy the performances like that. Too.
Wait, we'll get to that,
The thing
Pepe.
is- Okay, let me just
Go
wrap
ahead.
up.
Yeah.
So, like, the thing is, you're looking at this from the normal Nigerian mediocre, I don't care type of way for performance. But like when people go for, let's say, Adekunle Gold performances, they enjoy it because there's a lot of effort put into this thing. Like music is actually work. People go for maybe a Burna Boy performance outside Nigeria or outside Nigeria. let's leave Burna Boy in Nigeria. Outside Nigeria, like he actually.
There's so much shade today. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Fans took out time to come out to listen to this artist who is a human being who they connect to, millions of people around the world, different arenas, different venues. But then you getting angry about not enjoying Nigerian performances. It's normal. No one enjoys anything that goes on in Nigeria, from food to music to, let's leave that part. But then the conversation is about AI, and AI is not just for the Nigerian market. The same way we're pushing Afrobeats to the world, our music will definitely go outside, whether you generated it on your phone or you sang it in, whether paid or not, international blogs are posting the Patrick guy.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Exactly. So definitely there's someone outside the shores of Nigeria who has heard that song and thought, I like this guy's voice.
Right.
I connect to what he's singing. Did he sing it? No one knows. So these are the issues. Well,
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, man. Yo, I just remembered. You guys remember when Victoni did this set of covers where he did like a Thames verse or on a song of his. He did like Central C. He did Dave.
He did a Dave as
He
well.
did Burner as well.
He did Burner too.
Yeah. I think in the ways on and obviously seeing AI as a tool, like in terms of songwriting, I remember making a video about it and even thinking like this is a decent way that songwriters, like actual paying brilliant minds and songwriters that typically in the traditional form would record their own voices singing those songs for a certain artist to pitch to an artist. Now in this case they can literally like simulate an artist's voice with that tool, and use that as a pitch basically to artists, just as a songwriter, which can be a very reasonable tool to use. And again, we're just thinking out loud in terms of how AI can be incorporated, which it should be, because we have no choice. It will be incorporated. So that was just another way to do that. Because I've been thinking to the Jennifer Lopez back in the day in the 90s, because there were allegations that she had songwriters
saying like that. Sorry. Like a mic.
Yeah, I think I was saying that too. I think that was Ginger.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember.
Of course it is.
I just remembered the Jennifer Lopez allegations where she had songwriters that basically would voice the songs for reference, but she wouldn't even try to recreate it. They just kept the songwriter's voice and she put it out as her own voice and record, and basically she would just like lip sync with it, and that was the whole thing. But anyway, interesting cover so far. I wanted to bring Rookie in to the picture. I know Rookie had been patient here, and I know. Well, sorry, there was Benedict too, but we'll get to Benedict. But Rookie, man, what's good? What did you want to add?
What's good, brother?
We did.
So I think for me, as I'm going to start with the positives of AI. AI obviously is very useful in terms of like restoration, like where artists have maybe passed away and then the recordings are like maybe subpar or damaged or not finished, and you can use AI to you know bring that to life. You know, we saw that with the Beatles and this rapper that lost his voice.
Yeah, there was a rapper that lost his voice recently. Yeah, I can't remember his name, but yes, I saw that. Yeah.
So obviously AI is useful in that sense. There's a million use cases, right? And I like that. But my point is, where Naxas gets in very sinister is this Patrick case, for example, where the guy's not coming out to deny the allegations. So now we're seeing where people are trying to make money off of perceived talents. I'm not saying using AI is not talent, but perceived talent in the way of performance. You are not using real vocals. It's not you on the song, and then you're posturing like it's you behind the music. And then me, I'm a YouTube baby, like YouTube type beats, I'm there. Now, that's also something I've started seeing on YouTube. So type beats, there's a bunch of people on there now just making it.
AI beats.
It's just AI, like, and most people don't know that this is AI, and then people are buying these beats, like they're buying licenses. And you know the way type beats work, you're not gonna buy the beats outrightly.
Yeah.
So you can have 70 people pay for one beat. It's just going, it's just like an endless loop. So there's just a lot of like safeguarding that needs to be put in place. I like how Spotify and Apple that are working on like this new tag where if the music is AI, people will see that before they can play it. And there's nothing wrong with AI music. It's just don't come out and pretend or lie to people that are doing something when it's clearly the computer working.
Yeah, I think.
Can I just ask? Sorry, can I just ask? Is that a reaction because the industry as a whole hasn't accepted AI? Because I feel like there was a point even when AI started getting popular, just as from a normal ChatGPT, hey, that people were like, no, I didn't use AI, or no, it was my own brain. I used my own brain. But now I feel like people are gradually saying, oh, yeah, I just used AI, I put this on the thing, and it made me this Google sheet, Excel sheet, or Excel template, or whatever the case may be. I feel, do you think that the music industry hasn't gotten there yet? Because people, obviously, in their minds, everyone is thinking that they're saving it, instead of embracing it and actually then regulating it. Do you feel like that's why artists are coming out and saying that, oh no, I didn't use AI, when they actually did? It's kind of like when people used to be like, oh, I didn't use Ozempic, I went to the gym, and then
Like,
now Ozempic is okay.
can I say something that I think is very interesting?
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
I
Yeah.
don't think that, like, even in your regular, like, people that do like a lot of corporate side work, when you use AI, you're expected to declare where you use it, right? I don't, yes, there might be a bit of shame, but the shame is not in the sense of like, oh, why are you using AI, or I'm not meant to be using AI. It's the idea of like how we view what art is.
Yeah.
And we expect that if you claim something or if you create something, you actually created it.
Yeah.
The problem is not ever the use of the AI. The problem in reality is the fact that you are not declaring where you used the AI.
It's
And so
deceitful. It feels deceitful, at
yeah, and
least.
so it is deceitful in that sense. And I think like when you say, oh well, people, we were using Ozempic and we're not declaring they were using Ozempic, or that see, perfect example of somebody is Oprah Winfrey, right? For years and years and years and years and years, she was the spokesperson for Weight Watchers, right? And it was several years ago, like very recently, that she stopped being the spokesperson of Weight Watchers, was because she came out and she had to say that, like, yes, she was doing Weight Watchers, but she was doing other things as well, including and not limited to taking like things like Ozempic and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think like using the AI, and I get it. Everybody's like, AI is here to stay. Might just get along with it. Blah blah blah. That's lovely. If I tell you that in your day-to-day life, you too, you will not like it. So the reality of things is that, like, yeah, get used to it. It's here to stay. Lovely. Now, how do you want to get used to it? By actually using it with sense. It's no longer as simple as just putting a lazy question into chat GPT or something. It's about like being able to be very clear about what you're doing. Like, I should be able to look at something and tell, hey, this had AI influence. So what was it that only was it not last week? It lasted for what, 4 or 5 days. Instagram gave people the ability to not only just use AI on Instagram, but turn other people's like you could literally just go into Meta AI and put somebody's at in there and pick any picture from their page, and you turn it into, use AI to manipulate it, right?
Ew.
And that lasted a total of 5 days, 4 days, because that in itself is where you now start talking about regulation. How are you? What does it look like?
Yeah.
Like it is a shame thing. Like we've talked about, I think was it last week or so, we were talking about like what is the definition of what art really is, right? And so if you consider music an art form, that means you are putting work to put it to create something. And if you're going to use other things, which somebody will come and say, yes, well, you use tools all the time to make your art. Why is this one? It is different, and I think like until that regulation comes in, it is good to at least declare what it looks like. And that's
Can I ask a question? Is there any engineers or producers on the space right now?
We
Or
just had
anyone that
one.
knows any?
We just had one on the space.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question around, because obviously I've been listening to like
they
old
wrote to me in
stuff, like,
shower. There's a bunch of music folks in the
if they
space,
come
but
up eventually,
yeah,
I want to ask, the I guess the how much engineering, like mixing and mastering, has evolved over the years. Like, when I mean from the 80s to what it is now, is obviously clearly different in quality of music, right? I wonder if there was a point in time, because yeah, I'm not like, I wasn't inside music that well back then. I wonder if there was a point in time when there was a resistance
There
from
definitely was.
of
people
course,
I want to hear what.
using.
Yeah, I want
of
to hear
course,
what
of
other
course,
people say, but there definitely was a resistance
of
because
course.
if you have ever looked into the transition between what's it called, vinyl discs to compact discs,
Yeah,
right? When they started doing that, one of the biggest things that happened was there was the conversation that it was literally destroying the quality of the music that was being made, right?
yeah,
And so what then had to happen was there were a lot of regulations that were put in, there were a lot of things that had to be adjusted, there were a lot of like things that people also had to come to terms with as far as
Yeah,
that, right? And I think like that's the conversation people are using with AI, is that you have to come to terms with it. The difference is that in all these things that have changed and evolved over time, they have never involved the manipulation of somebody's entity of work. It has never involved the manipulation of taking somebody like Scissor and taking her voice and everything.
yeah.
yeah. It's different.
That's the
It's
extreme.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's different from something like auto tune, for instance, right? Where it's
yeah.
you're just correcting the pitch. You're not
You're
necessarily
literally
stealing
like
anything
manipulating
in the process.
your
Yeah.
own stuff.
Yeah, but then okay, this is me playing devil's advocate. Sorry that, because I feel like I'm really passionate about this. This is me playing devil's advocate. If someone like Sade, for example, was like, she just sang raw vocals without any manipulation, and she still managed to, hit millions of people around the world with her
Right.
vocals alone, and then you come in, and because you didn't sound, your key didn't sound like that's that how is that fair? So this is now my point for our generation, where like yes, I agree, the theft is wrong, and
The
it's
AI is trained
obviously
on other people.
huh.
Like the AI is being trained on
Based on
other,
other people. Yeah.
and that's really where the crux of the matter is. This is not a tool that you are taking and you're inputting things into and evolving what you inputted. No, this is a tool that you are putting information into or putting prompts into, and it is literally pulling from other people's intellectual work and property, and that is where the problem starts, because the real question is not about using AI. The real question here is about ownership. And so when you start
Yeah,
talking about regulation and this, and are people just this, there's the part where people are like still a little shy to say it, but then
yeah.
there's the second part to it where really the conversation was never about AI. The conversation was about ownership. And Naye, if I literally took your face and your voice and made money off of it, how would you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not against the argument. Or all I'm saying is that instead of us, like, I feel like we spent so much time moaning about it
Yeah.
that it's now distracting from what can we do about it. That is my point. It's like, the more that everyone is like, yeah, there was a few people that obviously made loads of money from the manipulation of people's intellectual property. However, we're now getting distracted by the fact that AI is here. So how can we make sure that we can regulate it? And I feel like not a lot of attention is being spent on that.
Right.
So in the amount of time where people do not actually make billions of other people's intellectual property, and it then becomes a very regulated market, the same way that we've just spoken about mixing and engineering music and how that came about and how regulated it became. It's the same thing where I feel like the attention needs to go into AI, because I feel like there's just too much on the threat of it, when actually you need to now normalize and embrace how can you use AI in your music so it doesn't become a threat. And if there's any repercussions of using X, Y, and Z, especially for people that don't have those resources, because what's going to happen, the people that don't have the money for big lawyers to, pull down things from their intellectual property and, to flag things, are going to be the people that get hit the most. So yeah, that's all I just wanted to say. I'll mute the mic.
And yeah, for sure. Like, I know we're knee deep in the middle of like the litigation of these laws, right? These laws are not, there's I don't think there's any global consensus now on how AI models are supposed to interact with artist rights. Like, even though yes, there's the pushback, the fight is still going on. But I think once you have the major industry players like Universal, Sony, Warner, once I've not really checked on what the latest stance that they have, because once they make a move, I think the entire industry has to just like succumb to it, because they are like the bulk of music in general, right? If those big three companies get involved with AI models, and in a way that most artists don't even have a say into the training of these models, then they have no choice. But I think I can do even further digging up on where this thing stands, because it's all within the US law parameters right now, at least. We'll see. But yeah, man, interesting converse again. I know I wanted to bring up more speakers. I had so many questions, especially to music fans in general. But I know that there are a lot of hands up. Maybe I'm just gonna ask this question, and hopefully somebody that has their hand up would be able to answer it. But as a music listener yourself, like as a music fan, wear your music fan hats right now. Don't think artist, don't think as a producer or executive in this instance. As a music fan, does it matter to you if a song that you connect with has to be AI? Like, does it matter if it's AI generated? Like, does that change how you feel about the music?
Can I go?
Yes, wait. So I do. Wait. Sorry, guys. I'm getting feedback from Benedict.
Actually, it matters to me so much.
Benedict, I'm getting feedback. I guess I'll just shut up. Yeah. Yeah. Benedict, go ahead.
Okay, I think it matters to me so much. Like, it goes as far as I might not be interested in it anymore, despite the connection. And that might sound like one-dimensional in a way, but like that's just what it is at the end of the day for me.
Right.
And I think there's nothing I can possibly add that's not already been said, but I just want to come from the angle of, do these like artists, when you like benefit creatively off an AI project, do you like feel, I don't want to say remorse, but do you feel like something wrong, or I don't know if you get what I mean. Like, it's not wrong, but do you feel anything? Because I did see like a film, like an old film, like which many people might be aware of. This Disney's Let It Shine, right? Follows a guy who poses to be another guy, and you could see off from the see that, okay, he felt some sort of remorse towards like posing to be someone else. I wonder if they feel anything. My concern generally is there like a threshold for the advantages it gives you? Because you don't see anyone begging Jay-Z for an album, you don't see anyone begging Lauren, you don't see anyone begging Shadi for an album. But when you can benefit for in as much as you can, there's no threshold. No law can actually tell you, okay, when you get here, it's okay. Like, just chill, man.
Yeah.
Chill.
No, I think as a fan earlier. Real quick. Yeah, Belema.
Real fast, Gingerbread, you can go ahead. Just go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, finally, Beverly no green mute mic since hog mic. Anyways,
Don't you like
back
a
to
woman to speak on behalf of you?
Oh my gosh.
anyways, yeah, Ima asked the question and said, how do I feel? If the song is good, if the music is good, nobody fucking cares if it's AI. If the song is good, if it comes out well. Because I have an example. So the Credo V Daniels guy from South Africa, he has a song called Jalo Jalo, and the song is really good. But now, when that other guy was speaking, the Beethoven guy,
Yeah.
he was talking about performance, and that's where the Credo V Daniels guy got caught. So he started getting bookings. The guy has been an artist for like close to maybe 20 years or so, but after making those records with help of AI creating, he said he used AI prompts for the backing vocals, not his own vocals, but apparently when he started performing and getting bookings in Joburg, what's it called, Cape Town and Co, at some events, nigga couldn't sing. The voice was nowhere to be found. So it was becoming a problem all over. So that's where the challenge would be. For the most part, it will be performance. If you're going to use AI and whatever to enhance your music or whatever, like maybe someone like Beverly is campaigning for, embrace it, great. The point now is when it gets to the nitty gritty of it, to prove that art, to confirm that art. Now, can you then show us that you can do something
I've
from using it
just on that
yourself
point.
in terms of like choir and co. Yeah.
Just on that
What is
point,
it?
just on that point that you just made now, we have an update. I think Patrick he posted a photo of him having, I don't know, it looks like Glitch Africa. He might be performing at Glitch Africa very soon. So I think that would be, yeah, that should be an indication.
Live performance,
Yeah, he's, and that's me assuming it's Glitch Africa. I don't think it's confirmed yet, but he was shooting his shots earlier, and then he posted later that he posted later what looks like a band around him. So I'm thinking, or at least I'm hoping that that's the situation where we can listen.
It could go south, or it could go well for him.
Yeah.
But anyways, if the song, mine would be if the song is done well.
Yeah.
Because there's some AI music that is done in a certain way that you won't even figure it out as much that is AI until
later.
Listen maybe really carefully. Yes, that's when you figure out okay, some of this part.
Yeah.
Like the South African guy that I told you about. If you listen to the records, it's only when you now hear those choirs that you know that okay, these choirs are AI for sure. Like you can tell because the sound obviously the sono thing, and I heard Diplo is heavily invested in that thing.
Yep.
So
Timberland.
It's the challenge. If it's done well, it can go far. But the challenge will be that when it now comes to performing them physically, because now people want to, if the song goes and get received very well, people want to request that you come out and do a show. That's when everything will come Mafuka. If you can't perform that song that you use AI for.
But there's definitely ways around it. There's definitely ways around it, obviously. Yeah.
First off, yes, do people care? I don't know if other people care. Me, I care. I think it's very interesting. What's that one French song, Pile?
Papa Ute?
No, not Papa Ute.
Does that Pile?
I remember when the AI version came out, a lot of people couldn't tell that the song had an AI version. And one of my favorite songs right now is this song about like going to Puerto Rico, and it's kind of like a whole tribute to like San Juan, Puerto Rico, right? But it's actually an AI song, and what I thought was very interesting is that because it's entirely AI generated, a lot of people like that song, but they hated the fact that it was AI generated. And so there's a band, like some actual white guys, they ended up like taking the song and like making a real version of it, which I guess would be the backwards way of like instead of making an AI version of something, they made a real version of an AI song. And a lot of
basically they snatched your chain. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they turned it around essentially, and they made like an actual real version of the song. And it was so funny because like people were like, now I don't feel horrible about liking this song. If I want to listen to the song, I'll go listen to the real version. And it was so funny because I felt the exact same way. I think the reality of things, and this is now going to feed into the second thing I'm going to say, is that there are some AI songs you hear and you absolutely hate. There's some AI songs you hear and you absolutely love.
Can I say my own real quick, just to interject? Can I say the AI song that I was that was shamelessly in love with? You know, on the build up to the World Cup, there was this France quote unquote anthem that came out that had basically the chants of all the French players. Barcola, like Dembele, basically mentioning their names, but the intensity.
Those stuff that was going around.
Yeah, but the intensity of that of the song itself.
We really liked it.
It was fire, bro. It was actually like that was heat. But anyway, just to continue your point.
Yeah, but for me, it's very much like mine is that Puerto Rico song.
Yeah,
I'll post it somewhere so somebody can, like, everybody can see. But truly love that song. But also, I think it's very like, and this is now leading into the second part that I was going to say, is that like I think even as a fan, a lot of people are not conscious enough to have this conversation that you are having, Emmanuel, where you're expecting them to be able to see if they are okay with absorbing an AI song. The problem is, for you to be okay or not okay with something, you first have to know that it is. Right? And that is the issue there in, there out, is that some of them have gotten really good in a way where you can't know that it's AI. So you cannot ask me if I like or do not like something that is AI if I cannot tell that it is AI. And so this is where I would bring in ghostwriting, right? So if you're familiar with people that have like that write books or even in academics and legal stuff, like
Drake,
different pieces, like people always have ghostwriters, right?
People like Drake.
One of the Jesus Christ. One of the things with ghostwriting for sure, that I would say that is very interesting, right, is while there's, depending on the case, transparency is not always like a setting. One thing that is certain is the royalties or the compensation that comes out of it. So like for people that write books, that, for example, they get the like either the publishing fee, and then they get like publishing royalties and all of that, but then they never have to release if
disclose
they never have
if
to, like, disclose if they were in there or not. And I think that's the problem, is that like when you go and you train your AI on Caesar, are you paying Caesar her dues? When you go and you make an AI version of Papa Ute, are you giving
Stromae any coins, bro? That shit was real. That shit round me up personally.
So that's really the thing. And it's like, if I'm being very honest with you, it's very easy for us to go in a circle and everybody says what AI song they like, but the reality of things is liking the AI song has nothing to do with anything.
Right. For sure.
Okay.
I kind of understand your point. You're saying the only instance of questioning the AI is in the ethics of the route at which they presented the music to you. basically.
Yeah, because we talked about like even being able to identify the AI. For somebody to know if they like AI or not, they have to be able to identify that it is AI first and foremost.
Right. And does that change anything to you if you find out a song you love was AI?
Yeah, like I literally gave you the example of the portrait.
No, I guess that would be a follow up to everyone else. Without ruining it. Anyway,
so can I talk?
Yes, Dante, and then we have Pepe. I know Pepe hasn't had a chance yet, but yes, Dante, please go ahead.
Let me gather my thoughts. All right. So, I think what's most important to me are like the descriptive words that we can use, and I think everybody can agree that we are all making choices.
Sorry, say that again.
Music, we are all making choices in music that we indulge or don't indulge.
For sure.
Obviously, music trained on artists who have spent decades, years making their craft really amazing is going to come out amazing. On a technical level, the idea of AI music being good is not in question. And sometimes because if I personalize it, my palette and like my taste for like music is just so wide across genres and cultures and like different things that when people are trying to define good music and they're giving me an example. Okay, for instance, Beethoven mentioned Octoberish, which I'm even realizing that is his name for the first time tonight. The guy was making parody music of like the Nigerian UG scene. But every time I heard it, even though I wouldn't like come out and admit it like on the day or anywhere, every time I heard it, I was like, there is some brilliance to how he's able to make this interesting. Because the lines just so something I question that like, okay, I'm so open to things that I don't know how like to bring standard. I don't know if that makes sense. Like how to bring standard into what I accept or what I don't accept because I'm able to see what could actually be something from something when it's not where it is.
Right.
So with AI for me is like why it matters to me is that like I like the idea of a human is the one who still puts in effort. Okay, so before I go starting, I'm not even in music in this thing. I'm like, okay, in that sense, I'm like, okay, it's still the state which I'm gonna come into, but a human put in the effort for this, and they got their credit, and they made a choice. Again, ghostwriting the music, they made a choice to do, and it was somebody being compensated for their skill set.
Yeah.
So when it now comes to AI music, is the I think in life in general, and I don't know if my morals or my ethics are matter in the grand scheme of things, but in life in general, the right thing is not easy to do. It's like most times. So it's a deliberate effort not to indulge because it should come inside pause.
You didn't even need to do that. No one's mind was there, but go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that, but I blame something I've been listening to. It would penetrate, whether you like it or not. That just sounds like how music is. So, well, yeah, don't make me to scream now.
What the fuck? I'm the one.
I need the both of you to grow up.
What's happening?
Please, Ima, close your door so that our child will not hear it.
Oh my goodness. Door's closed, don't worry.
Yeah, not doing this, please.
Okay, so now I forgot your point. Sorry, go ahead.
I have to like with music in general. If what the wise man once said, it doesn't need permission to enter your spirit.
Exactly.
Where
Chike,
like
shout out to
what my
Chike.
point is. So if after that, I'm not like, okay, do I care about what's behind it or how I connect with an artist beyond the music? Because while it is not easy, it is easier to be a recording artist based on available technology.
It's easier to be a recording artist.
A recording.
Oh yeah. Now, yes. Right.
So yeah, now. So the thing with AI is that like it further democratizes the barrier of entry. Like it's not like, oh, you could literally have
Skill.
zero skill, right? Aside from prompting. So it's like you could have non-musical talents, but have technical talents, and you're able to produce this based on maybe you have great taste in music.
Okay, so
all of that.
that was going to be a follow up point. I didn't. You kind of even walked into it. Is then say like because we said it about the very classic A&Rs within music and industry. Say what you want to say about P Diddy, of course. Like he is definitely, yeah, we know. But in a lot of, I said, say what you want to say about P Diddy, right? Like we do have people that certainly have a skill set that is picking good songs or being able to orchestrate or understand what's going to work commercially in a lot of ways. That is a skill set in a lot of ways. So would you say that that's even in the case of prompting AI in order to be able to understand or tweak? We were saying it, right?
So,
Stickback was saying it earlier.
So like,
would you consider that as a skill?
Like, it is. That's a skill set, right?
Yeah.
That's a skill set, but then it's like that's actually a topic.
By the way, Diddy shouldn't be my first example of a good A&R, a good song.
It's fine.
Don Jazzy. Okay, let's go with Don Jazzy, please.
You mean well. You mean well.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of one of those that I've meditated on like in recent weeks because I realized that like the industry, like if there is a skill set, talent, all these things, and people are being trained, people are being equipped, people like it takes a lot of resources to like somebody who's learning how to sing for like so amount of years, they had access or learning instruments, like is it expensive, is it not expensive, like under barrier of entry, like all these things that kind of like being removed is actually interesting. Even something like sampling that is like part of the core of hip hop, a lot of people think you're not a real producer.
Yeah.
Then sampling is even one thing. Then using loops is like so without all these interesting things that still needed the human take. Because now this is the point I was going to make about your A&R thing is that like the industry has been built on the taste of specific people.
Yeah.
And when you start listening to like certain like podcasts and things like this, you realize that a lot of the things that are being complained about, the people you thought were in the room are also complaining about it.
Yeah.
Right. So there are so many revolving doors at the same time that we're all stepping into because as music is going, technology is coming along with music.
Yeah.
Spotify came at a certain era, and like DVD came when this go from vinyl to this. So many things are happening. It's like, okay, how do we like strike balance and like what matters? So back to my first like thing I said, which is choice. We have to make the choices of do I indulge or not, and DSPs, distribution companies like DistroKid, TuneCore now have this whereby you indicate where you use AI.
Yeah.
So
okay.
If you're putting your music up and you use AI and you're not telling me that you use AI, you're lying to me. So already you're a dishonest person. It's one thing for you to tell me, oh, I'm a persona in my music. It's one thing for you to be lying to me that you did something you didn't do. And I don't think anybody really likes a dishonest person.
For
and
sure.
I also don't like this. Okay, so now this is my fault. I didn't watch the interview, and I love this man. Like legit is the goal. But Tekno had an interview recently, and the title I guess that was meant to drop people in was it said everybody uses AI, and if honestly they are not using AI, they are lying. I'm like coming from that. Now I don't know if he said that, but that was what the channel.
Sorry, what interview was this? Was this recent?
It was recent. It was from. It might have been Cool FM or Beats. Like
I need to see a Tekno interview. Tekno doesn't do interviews that much, so yeah, this is.
Yeah, it was very interesting. The last night I saw from him was the J Khan one, which I thought was dope.
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, he did a Cool FM interview.
Okay, definitely to check that out.
Because Tekno has been like using AI covers.
Yeah,
why wouldn't
be surprised?
Listen. Actually, AI covers has actually done one from whereby I now don't want to like indulge in the music.
So
when cover is not Like it's just again, all this is choices, and it's going to get normalized because people are saying it's here to stay. Yeah, sure, but I don't think it's in such an extreme way. I think the people are trying to conspiracy theory, trying to brainwash everyone into making it seem it's going to get normalized and it's just like the normal thing. It is not the norm. It is a new thing, and we have to figure out a way around it. I know the money conversation is very comfortable to like talk about like how are they going to get compensated. People are already working on that some way or another. I know.
Yeah.
I think UMG might be suing, but one now has a deal with Suno or something like that,
Yeah.
or it's the other way around.
Yeah.
So people are going to figure it out, but it's a choice, guys. Like
Okay.
the reason you left like somebody's wallet where you saw it was a choice. Not
Right.
because you couldn't take the money. Like it's just like the and like I said,
Okay.
the right thing is not always easy to do,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the right thing. I do it, and there's okay. This is how bad it has gotten, right? And this is where I kind of started having when I realized I need. I'll say this fast so that somebody else can talk. When I realized I needed to have like a stance, or like I needed to create like a barrier between me and this thing is when it's one thing to like prompt the music and put it online. There are AI generate, you know, the way like an artist will put a phone down and they record themselves lip syncing to it on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
There are people. There's an artist because I've seen one, a female artist that she's AI generated and as like a black. Some people are not even sure what race the actual person behind this is. She puts like the character literally has a like it's a phone and they have like lyrics on or they have the normal captions that artists put on their page and they put it and it's consistent. So they are great at prompting because sometimes songs are not consistent, images are not consistent with AI, especially when you're not that good at it. So
Mm.
this character online Instagram is raking in like millions of monthly listeners, and it took like maybe like a month or two for people to realize, hold on, this person is not real. After so many people have like connected, so many people are like the person is actually not, you know,
Yeah.
a real person. So it is the thing because you realize the value of the human in this transaction of I give you a
Yeah.
sonic experience and then like what do I get in return? Like there is a human thing
Yeah. Yeah.
like in the needed in the mix. So
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
like so I don't want to be lied to.
Mm-hmm.
And because of my barrier of entry for what I like consider good enough music,
Mm-hmm.
it's getting difficult for me to be able to tell it apart. So now I now need all the nuances. I think Donna once said something recently about like, oh, our auditory systems are overloaded, visually is overloaded, and is all the other like in-person experiences
Mm-hmm.
that are the ways that are remaining for like artists to connect to
Yeah.
people, and
Yeah.
that's the only thing that is not yet like oversaturated. So I think we're gonna figure out something, and I hope it's something great. But everybody needs to recognize they are making a choice to indulge or not.
Well said. Appreciate it, Dante. I know Pepe had your hand up, and then you have half that has been patient as well. How you feeling? How you feeling, Pepe?
I don't sleep, resurrect, wake up. Wow. Um, no, I'm kidding. The conversation is very interesting. I think I've been wanting to. I don't know. Don't call it. Basically a rebuttal to what Benama was saying, and like I understand. I do second the opinion. Do agree with the opinion that like if AI is used in the generation of music, whether it's the whole song, part of the song, 50%, 25%, whatever, it's probably best to be honest with the listening public. That's there is some AI elements. But then on the other hand, from the artist perspective, I wonder if some of the hesitation to do that is because of the perception that arises from the use
Yeah.
of AI. Right? Like if they're hesitant to be like, oh, I use this for this, because I think there might be on the overall, like general public, general knowledge, I think there is a bit of a like, I know we say that we are honest about the use of AI, but I think because of the way we view art and the way we view music and film and anything in that, creative space, the idea of someone using an AI element, however little, right? I think there might be, I don't know how to explain it, but like, there's a possibility that whichever artist it is that uses AI and is honest about their use of AI ends up, I guess, getting the short end of the stick because of our own lofty ideas of how we view art and music and entertainment.
Right.
It's like now that artists might not be looked as seriously.
It's the shame that it comes with.
Yeah, like
or a lack of respect.
Or a lack of, yes, that's really what it is. It's like that's, a bit of a lack of respect that could be awarded an artist who decides or chooses to be, honest about it. And I guess like in there lies like the conundrum, right? It's like you want to be honest because
like what do you care about? Do you care for the respect of your peers? Like do you does that? I think it's up to the person using it to evaluate what matters to them.
To bargain what matters to them. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, that like in and of, like what I mean is like in and of itself, like it's not straightforward. It's a bit of a conundrum. If you're not honest and everybody and the public or your peers are able to know that it is AI or there is AI elements, voila, problem. They're going to drag you from here till next week.
Yeah, that's what's happening right now. Yeah.
Exactly. And if you are honest, how does that impact your listenership? How does that impact how your peers view you and the music? How does that impact the general audience and how they view you, on how serious you are as an artist, and all of these things. So like, I don't envy them because it is a very like, what's the called, choice. Yeah. It's also a hard choice as well because this AI conversation as well also now bleeds into the overall like people's morals and ethics on even just AI use in general, excluding yachts, right? So there are people who are just in general like, the AI is, the use of AI is, is killing our planet, is, so like there's a choice that is being, that's what I mean when I say it's like, it's a bit of a conundrum because now you have people who like, oh, maybe I won't listen because it's AI because I view art a certain way. There are people who will not listen to the music because it's like, you use AI, which means data centers are using up the waters and somebody is going to have to pay for this. And there's a morality, ethical question as well going along with that. Yeah. So I guess like there's a it's a rock and a hard place kind of figuring out what decision you decide to make. And I do agree with Bev on the regulation part too is also very important. Like trying to figure out what's, I guess, acceptable guardrails of the use of AI, how it should be used, being responsible. But unfortunately, the technology is here, and if human evolution has been anything to I guess forecast into the future, based off of what's gone on in the past, like it's going nowhere. Yeah. Like I'm sure the people who were producers and producing based off having live instruments in the studios, I'm sure they felt a kind of way when you could just do it on, a small, what's it called, versus when you can do it on a laptop versus now you don't even need to. You don't need to be a musical genius, write a fantastic prompt and what comes out of it. So it's here to stay. We need guardrails, but also I have a bit more empathy for the artists who are we talk about, yes, 100%, be responsible how you use it, make sure there's a human in the loop. The best music, if we're going to get great music out of it, is going to be based off of people who are already knowledgeable in the music and then find ways to, I guess, what's the word, kind of make their work maybe a bit more efficient and all of those things. Yeah. But also, how does that impact their general perception by everybody else, including their peers and the public? Yeah. And, that part that's not easy to talk about,
For sure.
All of us care about it from many different angles, I guess.
No, for sure. Especially this sustainability and environmental like angle that you brought up. Like I think, we haven't even brought that angle up because obviously we're still speaking of AI through the parameters of music, but in general, right? Even just sending a Google now basically is using a data, like a Google search basically is using a data center that could harm somebody somewhere. You know what I mean? So it's like, then it becomes a level of hypocrisy where we're all in it, you know?
Exactly.
We're all in there. So yeah, for sure, it's a good it's a good point to add to this discussion so far. Appreciate everyone has been able to add. I don't know if we'll get to every speaker on this topic because we actually need to evolve to other topics. But appreciate everyone so far. I know Yahav. I just saw the handle right now. Am I saying that right? Yahav?
You're right. Yeah, Yahav. Yeah.
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you. I'll try to make this as brief as possible.
Appreciate it.
Also, I want to thank Pepe. I never thought about the sustainability angle. I'll be honest with you.
Right.
But I want to say this: life imitates art way more than art imitates life. But I also want to get into the distinction between artificial intelligence and augmented intelligence. So, at the very core, artificial intelligence was created to understand and replicate intelligence, but most importantly, to enhance efficiency. So for artists, this could present as, quicker releases, diversity in output. For producers, it could be improved beats, whatever. For labels, it could just be, I guess it could present as
cheaper
AI products that optimize streaming revenues, improve bottom lines, operational efficiency, all of that. Now, while artificial intelligence, like I said, would automate and operate independently, augmented intelligence enhances human decision making while working alongside humans. So for me as a consumer, I'd rather listen to music created through augmented intelligence because there's a human in the loop. And with that, this is where I think Dante and Belema touched on this non-disclosure. For me as an accountant, full disclosure will always trump non-disclosure because, and especially when it comes to like AI, be it like artificial intelligence or augmented intelligence in music creation, right? Non-disclosure of AI generated content can be identified, rewarded, or reprimanded when there's a human in the loop. So, because for me, passing AI generated music as human made is pure deception, and as a consumer, I don't like that. Especially when you think about the context of streaming royalties, right? Because these, like everyone, I think someone else touched on this. I think it was Beethoven before he left. He touched on like the copyright or the originality issues, where the AI output is trained on copyrighted material, or like the AI models are trained on existing music without content or even compensation to the artist, right?
Yeah.
Or even just like acknowledgement. So it's outright theft.
Yeah.
So I will say this, and just to round up, I will say this. I think we need intentional regulation around this, and I don't know where that starts. I don't know how we go about it, but we 100% need intentional regulation because, in a nutshell, I advocate for augmented intelligence in music. And even if you use artificial intelligence too, it's all right as long as there's full disclosure in the creation and output processes.
Yeah. No, thank you so much. I just had a quick question in terms of augmented music in this intelligence in this scenario. How what does that look like in the context of music? Do you mean something just more integrated with AI in a way that there's still a human in the loop? Is that essentially what you're...
Essentially, like when people like prompt. So when you prompt, right? It comes, let's say you prompt, you have the lyrics, you write the lyrics,
right?
But you prompt with, say, an AI tool that has its own voice.
Gotcha.
Now you have to wonder whose voice is that? Is someone's voice, right? Or it's an imitation or a replication of someone's voice, right? And that person for sure might not even consent to that or approve of it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when you make revenues of this, the person probably doesn't even make anything from it. So, but when there's a human in the loop and there's full disclosure, all this means is that like like how like currently we have like sample clearances, right? So if there's full disclosure, if I find out you used my intellectual property, then I can check you and say, oh, I don't like that, you guys take this down, or I like this, but I want a certain percentage of this XYZ, and then it just kind of like regulates it properly, where it's no longer about whether you use AI or not, but then the full disclosure just helps with the I guess the overall acceptance of the music.
Yeah, no, for
But sorry,
sure.
are we speaking about in the Nigerian context?
Worldwide,
yeah,
Okay.
for sure. No, but I think your position you have is it's a position I think most people would agree with. I think it's where the hope is. You know what I mean? In terms of regulation, in terms of balance and disclosure for everyone and all parties involved to be on a happy side. You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure. Appreciate the conversation so far. Kanye, rest. I think, and I know one day, my guy, bro. How you doing?
Definitely. My mind is not spoken yet.
yeah, we definitely hear from Wendy. I want to hear from Wendy as well. But definitely. Yeah, real quick.
All right, is BSH going on? Okay, I think he muted.
Message
everyone. It's been a while.
Okay. All right.
Belema and Iman.
I wasn't doing though.
Oh, okay. So I was making sure. Okay, I think BSH is still saying something.
I was saying like definitely as an artist, man. I don't rock with AI because everybody will explain everything, the reasons why. So I don't. For me to listen to an AI song, I rather listen to any other artist and put the money in the pocket of a real artist instead of people that don't really make music. They just use AI to make music, set up accounts, and claim they're artists and start making music, making money from music. Meanwhile, the real artists that really put their resources, blood, sweat, time, they don't get paid and shit. So that's my actual problem with AI, because I know it's gonna affect a lot of real artists. Because when it dominates the market now, a lot of people that are tech guys, they'll start making music. It's crazy. So that's the part about AI that I don't really fuck with. I don't know if I can speak about my new single, like just 2 minutes or 1 minute, say, real quick. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is BSH, aka Stoneman, beside Osala. I just dropped a new single called Gigolo. It's out on all platforms. Search BSH, $H on any platforms. My artist page is gonna come out, and my new single is out there everywhere. So stream and be blessed. You can check my Twitter page to get a hint of how the music sounds like. So I really appreciate if every single person right here and right now stream and be blessed. Thank you.
Appreciate you. I think you should pin it up for us because I remember you brought it up last week as well. But yeah, man, one do real quick just to see us out.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, it's been a while.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm going to sort of take this from two sides. I'll try not to take too much time. AMG made some very, very good points, and a lot of people have touched on the legal side, the ethical side, the sustainability side, and now you can see BSH like arguing for artists, which is actually very, very important. But I wanted to touch on something AMG said, and a lot of what he said. Your average music listener is not a purist like you. They did not have experience playing instruments, watching people make music. A lot of people who listen to music everywhere have never been in a music studio. They've never even picked up a drum or a flute or anything like that. So while you might be able to like point out the technicalities, the side that does not really make more sense, the fact that maybe it is what's that word, brain rot or whatnot. These people are going to enjoy what they enjoy at the end of the day. And then the music purists will be able to like write articles and make arguments, or let's say music ed. And they'll have points, because you do have a point. Maybe AI cannot like have emotions. But I also feel like I don't know how many people here have tried using these tools before to sort of see where these tools are right now as compared to when it started. because I'm going to pick up like my old school of thought from Emmanuel's question about would you care if it is AI? I've made a number of songs using AI tools.
Right.
So when I listen to one, I know naturally from maybe a few seconds in, if you've come across a loads of them or if you've made a number of them, you know what they sound like.
Right.
So when I hear some of them, I mean, I pay attention as someone who has done a number of songs myself. And you can tell when the effort that has gone into making it is probably close to nothing. And while you can, maybe write a prompt and say, make me a music about partying, while the song might sound decent to some people, it's going to be different to someone who maybe had a very good experience partying and is a very good songwriter and writing about their experience about partying and then using the tool to make the song. Those two songs will sound totally different. And as someone who has like I said, made music using AI tools, I'm able to listen and say, fair enough, this person actually did this very well, because I can be able to gauge the effort that has gone into it. It is nowhere comparable to making music from scratch as a producer, right. making so many vocal tries, playing live instrument and whatnot. They are not comparable at all.
Right.
But just to answer the question about would you care? For me, I would care, but what is going to be important to me is how well it is, will I say, structured.
Okay.
And you will be able to maybe feel the person's emotion a little bit. Because why you cannot judge AI music based on technicalities like vocals. The vocals will always be great, but the song arrangement will be off. You can never judge it by vocals, and maybe production. The production will oftentimes be nice, and then there are so many arrangements that can go into it.
I have so many questions for you, by the way, because now that you kind of opened it.
And these days, you can literally start the melody and direct how the song sounds.
Okay.
And this is something that I've done before, because I know not a lot of people will come out and say, I've moved around making songs there.
For sure.
If you can hear a song in your head, you can film out that melody, you can write down your lyrics, and then you would even feel, if you record your vocals, the infusion of your vocals, and I mean, I don't want to go into the old technicality and but
that's where I want to go to around, technically, actually.
No, I'm coming here. Conversation around not about the making. I'm talking
about, gotcha.
Touching on are you imitating someone
else?
If you prompt without, do you get? But if you're laying your vocals, you would hear beats of your voice, and you might be able to maybe achieve consistency. People have touched on, do people want to make music and then come out and say it's AI? Do people want to just say, you know what, I'm not going to say I'm the one singing, and at the same time, I'm not going to say I'm the one not singing. Because like you said, people will come out and judge you. I'm not going to do I don't know if people have touched on Credo V. Daniels.
That was the scenario Ginger brought up.
I mean, he, aside from trying to perform the music, which I think is silly, he was literally lifting people's lyrics, which makes no sense. But for someone like me, even for a very long time ago, I enjoy writing.
Right.
By my email address connected to this literally one day, right? So I enjoy writing. I enjoy writing out long stories, writing out songs, and all of those things. I do not have the vocals to carry a note. No, I do not. But I feel like I've listened to so much music to be able to potentially structure music in a certain way and be able to tell what is going to sound right, which is something you touched on making use of the example that I made use of.
Yeah.
So again, it is a very, very difficult conversation to have. There's going to always be the music purists who would understand what it means to get your saxophone live and record live and then have multiple trials and then maybe make an album for a decade and whatnot. Yeah. And for someone like me, using these tools, I literally write out complete albums, top to bottom. That actually makes total sense to me. That it's coherent, that you can listen to top to bottom and actually enjoy, or read them without even making them. In looking at the titles and reading them, you can tell that this is going to make total sense. Does this mean maybe and preventing artists from getting royalties, this and that? It is more about me able to express myself. So
so it's not like a commercial thing for you at this point.
I mean, it has to be commercial because you have to put yourself out there one way or the other. And this is something that I have tried. I've made music starting with my own melodies and then having spaces to feature actual like artists. And this is something that I've done. Actually have like live go on a song that I made from this. So I mean,
okay, so it's more integrated. So you've had integration.
It's more integrated. Yeah. And again, it cannot be compared to like someone sitting with a producer for hours to make a song, or even if it's going to take maybe minutes, it's one of those songs that come to you easy. But when I sort of listen to the other side of the argument, it's more like, oh, someone just went there and just like, bam, put the prompt and then 5 minutes and then the song is out. Again, I'm not saying it's comparable to like making a song from scratch, but sometimes people are just trying to like tell stories, and then again, you might be a music purist and not really enjoy it and feel like, oh, your what you're doing is not right morally or ethical.
Right.
But there are thousands of people, or in the case of many other songs, millions of people who enjoy it. You know, without I'm not a supporter of Kidovi Daniels because I think it's very silly. There are hundreds of people defending him on TikTok, say, oh, if you're that good at saying, if you believe what he has done is basic and easy to do, go out there and do yours. That's what a lot of it literally has fans saying that. So my point is there are people who enjoy this thing because to them maybe music is not that serious. Music is just what they play when it's just their leisure time, or they just want to like enjoy the song. And if they are able to connect to people, yeah, fine. Obviously there's conversations to be had around maybe building a brand and having that like continuous artistic story.
These are all the questions that I have for you, because because you've already expressed the fact that I'm sorry if I'm interrupting, because I know you are probably heading somewhere with the branding thing, but it's part of the biggest it's not the biggest question mark that AI music right now would have, is that human relation or that personal connection with an artist, right? Having a human journey that they're pouring and expressing into their music, and then you now have a connection with them. When Wizkid came up with Ojo Olegbaye, was telling his story, right? Like people connected to that personal journey of his own, and hence why people have grown fond of him personally and seen him evolve over time to who he is now. I'm just giving that example, but in terms of like having that human connection, having a face, having a brand that you can connect someone's music to, you can see where the connection, that connection, it will be hard to convey with AI music.
It would be hard. I think one of the things that need to happen would be people like I can't remember who spoke about full disclosure. I think we need to get to that point where people are like, oh, okay, fair enough. This is what this is. And then the artists who are doing that to not get the like short end of this because they are giving full disclosure. Yeah. Because a lot of it is go on.
No. So in an ideal scenario for you, everyone is compensated. Everyone has there is disclosure to the audience as well that hey, this is generated using AI and everything. So I mean that's fair. That's fair and ethical in this context, right? But I was also so curious as well, because you kind of even hinted towards the level of I don't know, maybe not a respect, but you kind of give some level of respect to someone that is able to generate music using AI, but with a lot of structure, with a lot of like tweaks and touch to it to get to a finished product. From your POV now, just because I've never gone into a Suno to try to get a song out. So in your case, like, would you say
maybe you should do one of these days?
I mean, perhaps just to see, I guess how hard it is. But I guess you can tell the people that haven't in the room now to say, like, how much effort does it actually take to get a full song? Like, do you actually, can you just do it in a one complete prompt, like where you don't need to do anything, or how many revisions do you have to make?
I feel like it depends on the quality that you aim for. I'll make an example. I've friends around me who they are the first, the first audience who listen before even maybe gets anywhere.
Okay.
And being able to like do it consistently with consistency, if that makes sense. If you try to get what I mean by that. My friend walked up to me one day, like, oh, he has these lyrics. He wants to like put it all up and give Suno a try, because this is someone that I've put together an album and sent to him. And then he's also like a very big music fan. He's a music head. I won't say we have similar music tastes, probably listens to more music than I do. So I send music to him. He listens. He's like, okay, he doesn't like this one. He likes this. Okay, maybe this is not good. So he came up and he's like, okay, he has this song written. He wants to like give it a trial on D2. And then he did. And then the first attempt came out shitty. Second attempt, shitty. Third attempt, shitty. And it's like, oh my God, I think I have not sat down to think about the effort it takes you to like. I mean, it's not comparable to like making a song from scratch.
Yeah, but also it's a new tool that I kind of learning how to use as well.
Yeah,
right?
That you're learning how to use. And again, because I don't know if a number of people have tried Suno out or giving it a try. There are multiple ways to like go about using it. It's probably even more advanced now than it was many months ago. You can go there and put a single line of, Afrobeat party song. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a way to put in a line there. Trust me, just like every single AI tool, there's always going to be AI slop.
Yes.
It is computer. It is garbage in, garbage out. It is how well you can use it. And in this case, I think how well you can tell your stories and how well you understand music totally plays a part.
Okay.
It totally plays a part. I have submitted my song to someone who does like live reviews of on TikTok. He does like where you put a song up for request and people play the song and that. And then when he did that, people were like, I think this is AI. That's like the comments coming in there and whatnot. And
you were able to detect it.
Yeah, they were like dissecting the song. Oh, this sounds like I'm not so sure it's AI. I'm not so sure. And then at the end, it's like, this is AI. Like he is a producer. He has used AI, but the arrangement on this song and just the way it sounds, it feels like a little bit of credit should go to this person because he doesn't think he can do that. It goes to the point that it is not a skill comparable to your Don Jazzy or your Fuse or your Young Johns and whatnot. You get what I mean? But at the same time, it is not something that I think every Jack and Jill can just pick up a computer and then boom. And if that's the case, we'll get hundreds of Let Me Be or whatnot. So
right. No, for sure. We've even at the earlier. I wish you came earlier into the conversations because I think there will be a lot more time to even explore this aspect of it, because yes, we have mentioned it as a form of skill to be able to understand what can, like, understanding structure, even though you might not have the technical ability for it. But in all of that, right? Because I could ask you, how do you feel about the level of consistency you have to keep up when it comes to, like, say, tonality of the voice that you're using here? What if it sounds different because you're talking about in the context of an album, right? What if you're having multiple voices at the same time?
I mean, Suno has something called voices now, where you can actually you can record your own voice, and then this is going to give you a fair enough consistency.
So it will retain that voice and keep it consistent.
It will retain that voice, and then it is going to prevent it from sounding like every single song that you have out there.
Okay, and secondly, like in this current climate for music right now, especially how we've seen the conversations we have, there's a level of distaste that comes with AI generated music right now, right?
Yeah.
Taking all that into consideration, taking that where the how the air feels when it comes to AI generated music, what would you say is the end goal right now in using this, like, Suno tool to generate music at this point? Do you see it actually as a route towards climbing up on the charts as well, or is it just a free, just on your casual level of expression, you just want to see, or you just level of imagination? Okay, what would this melody sound like if so and so made this, or what would you say right now for you is the end goal for it?
I think they are both connected. Doing it as casual as you can, doing it for passion, or maybe even ending up on charts, which is why I think there's going to be like this initial crazy wave where Deezer is saying 76% of the songs that get uploaded to their platform every single day are AI generated, or has a little bit of AI percent. Yeah. So and I feel like this number is going to fall because a lot of people might see it as some people will just want to experiment. And some people will say, oh, okay, maybe this is a quick money scheme, or maybe I can quickly just get some streams or whatnot. And then I think time will tell, and then the people who maybe really enjoy it or maybe are really good at it, if we want to see it as a skill, or they just want to do it casually, they would remain. And Spotify and Apple Music are doing their thing, and even like on YouTube pulls down so many songs that are like AI generated, because even if I give you 10 AI generated songs, if I tell you to review them, you'll be able to rank them in order of from bad to best, or worst to best. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So to answer your question, end goal personally for me would be to like keep experimenting, enjoying it, and potentially using it as a means to even collaborate with artists, because it means I can imagine a song in my head, I can write it, I can write the hook, I can produce it, and then I can open the verses down for other people to open if they are open to it. And this is something that I've attempted, and I've had an artist tell me, oh, bro, I'm not going to jump on that AI stuff. Fair enough, no problem.
Okay, so that's actually been a real like occurrence in the journey so far.
Yeah. It has happened, and then I've sent it to other artists who are happy to like work with it, and then they've sent in verses for it. So
yeah. I mean, shout out to you for at least not necessarily quote unquote owning up, because they make it sound as if you're doing yes, you're doing something,
something good.
but definitely like in level of, I guess, disclosure about it is what's important.
I feel like that's like the way forward, because what you're going to get over and over is people getting disappointed. Oh my God, I enjoyed that artist so much. I never knew they were AI. Oh my God, I enjoyed that artist so much. I never knew they were AI. That's what's going to keep happening, because people maybe they do enjoy telling their stories, but they don't want to come out. But which I'm going to be actually dropping an album, it is going to carry one day right, because I'm just going to express that I am writing the songs on this project. I am not a singer. I do not know how to carry the verse or anything, but I'm going to release the project. So
can I just say quickly that I also feel like why there's resistance at the moment is because there hasn't been storytelling with using AI. And
Naya, I was going to say, Naya, you made a very good point earlier, but I just didn't want to jump in. So just
okay. Sorry, me, I'll jump in your own.
Wait, we need to actually start moving on. We have new music to cover. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. But just very quickly, I feel like the reason why there's been a resistance because there hasn't been good storytelling. I feel like it will take, all these little documentaries or just something where someone will use AI to make something and storytell it. That will then make, I feel like from a listening standpoint, if I'm speaking from a fan, I'm not pissed at it. For someone that's in the music industry, probably I can be a bit resistant. However, I'm open to it and how it can be used for good as opposed to taken from people's intellectual property. But essentially, I feel like it will get to a point where when an artist like yourself, or like how you've used AI to make music, whatever, if there's good storytelling about it, I think the buy-in will be a bit more. It will open.
I feel like I'll send you a private link. I'll send you a private link.
All right. Guys,
Iman, please, Iman, please.
No.
One question.
Iman,
please.
Okay.
No,
please.
Exactly.
I'm
I'm so
begging.
sorry.
Belema, just one question.
Begging you.
So,
I'm begging you. I'm
just one.
begging you. Just
Go
one
ahead.
Go
question.
ahead.
One day.
Yeah.
One D. Thank you
Yeah,
for speaking because
yeah.
you spoke very well. You actually gave many good interesting points, many actually good points. Yeah, and it actually gave me some insights to someone like the mindset of someone that would be making, because I've never this is a point of view that I've never actually heard someone go into. Everyone is just doing it, like everyone that every time I've heard of it was like, why not? Do you know what I mean? But you've actually given some reasons, right? And I respect that. I really respect that. You say you're a songwriter and everything, and you have your ideas and you want to bring them to life. And it, like, makes sense. Anyone that has really cool ideas wants to bring them to life, of course. But now what I want to know though, like the question that did come up with me, sorry, that came up in my head is, as much as you want to create you want to bring your ideas to life and create this music from the songs that you've written, the lyrics that you've written.
Yeah.
Do you believe? I was going to say, okay, the real question is, why not go and seek out musicians that can do the parts that you say that you don't have the skill in, and make the music with them? And do you believe that that would be better or worse? Do you believe that there is a benefit, there's a real benefit other than convenience to you doing it this avenue as opposed to using real artists, like real
I get what you
collaborating with other
like a
artists,
DJ Khaled, or like
DJ Khaled, like all of
absolutely.
them.
Yeah.
I get your point, and that's the potential end goal. But you're in the music industry, you know how easy or not so easy what you've just mentioned is. How it can be.
Yeah.
You know how easy or not so easy it can be. And my friend also made the point about just maybe we can put it out there, and because hey, I don't need lighting music to sort of like sustain myself. So it makes it easy for me to do anything I want to do at any pace and at any speed. And if it goes quickly, fine. If it doesn't, fine. I'll just keep doing what I enjoy. But this could be a point, which is why I'm opening myself up to collaboration, to get to a point where, okay, I do have a song that I have made using AI with any form of support. And then maybe an artist feels like, oh, they do like this song, they can actually remake this song, or maybe even get the lyrics and go to actual producer and go and make this song. I wouldn't mind doing that. But this might be the avenue of me being able to find myself in those spaces. Who knows?
Right. No, for sure. I think you're not. Yeah. I think it's connected to a lot of things that we brought up earlier. It's about access. It's about the I guess the path of getting those connections, those collaborations that would make it worthwhile. Then AI comes in there to kind of like, supplement all that like level of work and relationship cachet that you need to have in order to get the approval or to get the yes of a producer that you like to work with and all those things. So I know we've had a very, very, very expansive conversation so far on this. And we've had so many angles. And
Can I say something now?
yes, Velema.
Lovely people. In all things, the AI, they said the AI will win, but ultimately, I think like we've had a very extensive conversation about this, and even specifically starting from the beginning with
Beethoven.
what Beethoven was talking about and everything. And I think like the theme that has been very consistent throughout has been the fact that we want that transparency in all things. I think is the big thing. But the reason why I'm pushing for us to move forward is because we still have a lot to talk about, and we are going to actually move to TTC Top 10 first before moving into new music.
Into new music. All right.
Yeah, so there's a lot to go.
All right. So while we're getting ready for TTC, I know 9V. Real quick. Just a very quick addition to what has been said already. from a legal perspective, because I know you kind of have that down and locked. Yeah. So yes, please go ahead real quick as we get TTC ready.
Yeah, to be honest, I think I would rather let it pass. We should go to the top 10 because I have a lot to talk about, and it's going to take a lot of time. I don't know how I'm going to summarize that.
Fair. Fair enough, man. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everyone on the perspectives.
Lovely. Do you want to do it or should I do it?
I can do it. I have it open now. It's good. Okay. Or did you want to do it?
I was going to do it, but you can.
Yeah, you can do it. Please go ahead.
Okay. Lovely people, welcome back. TTC Top 10. It came in way earlier, like over an hour ago. Everybody.
We're in the middle of it, you know? We're in the middle of it.
Very much into the AI, and I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
I know.
But as you guys know, we do TTC Top 10, giving you the official Nigeria Top 100.
Yeah.
And also for those of you that are fans of TTC, go tell KD happy birthday.
Oh yeah, shout out KD, man. Shoot.
And go tell TTC happy birthday because TTC is now 6 years old.
Damn. 2020. Yep.
So yeah, go tell TTC happy birthday. Go tell KD happy birthday. But let's start with activity outside the top 10. BC Manuel's Anumi lifts to a new peak of number 17 this week in its 7th week on the chart. It is now one of only a few gospel songs to reach the top 20 of the official singles chart in Nigeria. And then coming in at number 16 this week, we also have Femi Vega and Zlatan Skeleton reaching a new peak in its 2nd week on the top 100. And final activity outside the top 10, Georgia Smith and Wizkid's Alive has debuted at number 14. So now getting into the top 10. At number 10 this week, dropping 2 spots from number 8 to number 10, we have Ashake's Money Can't Buy Happiness. And coming in at number 9 this week, dropping from number 7 to number 9 in its 4th week on the chart, we have Ira Star's Tornado. Coming in at number 8 this week, after rebounding from number 9 and returning to number 1 on radio with 91.6 million in radio reach and spending 6 weeks on the top 100, we have Tiwa Savage's Energy with Marvel and Wande Cole. Coming in at number 7 this week, dipping 1 spot from number 6 to number 7 in its 12th week on the chart. Former number 1, SARS and Benson's Back Outside. Which means at number 6 this week, dropping from number 4 to number 6 in its 7th week on the chart, is Black Bones and Ashake's Chanel. Chanel previously led the chart for 4 consecutive weeks. And so at number 5, we have a former number 1 again. Ashake's Gratitude remains at number 5 for another week, continuing to lead streaming with 2.83 million on-demand streams. And then we have a song that debuted at number 1 last week, Davido's I Know Who I Be with Jazzworld and GLCJ slips from number 1 to number 4 this week. It is the lead single on the artist's 6th studio upcoming album, Oria Day, and now it is at number 4 this week, which means holding steady at number 3 in its 10th week on the chart after leading the top 100 is another former number 1, Ashake's Forgiveness. Again, quick roundup before we jump into the top 2. At number 10,
Money Can't Buy Happiness by Ashake. Number 9, Tornado by Ira Star. Number 8, Energy by Tiwa Savage, Marvel, and Wande Cole. Number 7, Back Outside by Sars and Benson. Number 6, Chanel by Black Bones and Ashake. Number 5, Gratitude by Ashake. Number 4, I Know Who I Be by Davido. Number 3, Forgiveness by Ashake. Holding the same spot at number 2 at this peak position is Young John's Elumelu. It has now spent 3 consecutive weeks peaking at number 2 on the top 100, being blocked by 3 different songs each week. Which means, drum roll please, coming in at number 1 this week is none other than Fola and Ira Star with Treat You Right. Treat You Right tallied 2.65 million on-demand streams, making it number 2 on streaming, and 72 million radio airplay impressions, making it number 3 on radio. It is now the number 1 song on this week's chart and becomes Fola's second number 1 entry on the official singles chart. However, this is Ira Star's 5th number 1 entry. Treat You Right will be Fola's Fola's first number 1 entry as a lead artist, though, with his previous number 1 coming as a featured act on Showday's Paparazzi earlier this year. This will also mark Ira Star's first number 1 since Stability in 2023. So far, she has had 5 number 1s with Bloody Samaritan in 2021, Rush in 2022, Wonder More in 2022, Stability in 2023, and Treat You Right in 2026. And that is this week's TTC Top 10. Yay. Lovely. No cheers. Everybody's excited, no?
Go Ira, go Fola.
Go Ira, go Fola. It's crazy. I was gonna say you people do not know good music because why is Tornado number 9? That's really what I'm trying to figure out.
I know.
Why?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that's not number 1.
Comments. I agree.
Isn't a cool comment? I wish TTC was still around. They would have been able to tell us if there was any activity for Sleek, even though it wasn't a complete full week. It would have been like half a week of streaming, and we would have been able to see if it debuted on the charts. But I don't think that we have any of that information yet. Was there anybody else that was...
I was gonna ask like where the Kid Kada song was, but yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry, I do not have that answer for you. But was there anybody else that was surprised by anything on the list? I think the most surprising thing for me, besides the fact that you people do not know good music, is is the fact that Gratitude is still the number 1 in streaming. So many weeks later. So I thought that was interesting as well. So yeah. Anybody else have anything about this they want to share? No? Cool. Lovely. Okay. We're gonna jump into new music.
We are all kidding, please. But please, can we begin where I want to begin?
Okay, let's talk about it. Sleek. It has come
Thank
out.
you so much.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh,
You
man.
don't know why I'm here today. You are reading as if you don't know why I came here.
Okay, please breathe.
Yeah, Slick is out.
First of all, I would just like to say justice for Belema, because when I said we want more Victoni, y'all were arguing with me.
Okay, no. This is the thing. Justice for Belema, only because I believe that statement is applicable here.
Yes.
Chukwebuka Anthony, come forward to the front. Come here.
Why
You
is
people
the
didn't
song
get
so
2 minutes. You
short?
didn't get 2 complete minutes.
Yeah, my
Chukwuebuka Anthony, move
my son.
forward to the front. Where is the rest of the song?
Where
I
is
know.
the rest of the song?
It's
I
obvious there's a
know.
remix coming, right? Like,
There
definitely
has
gonna
to
get
be
a
a
That's
del.
remix.
not
I
the point.
tweeted it. I said there has to be a
Did you
deluxe.
get a remix for
Abi,
Fresh?
Deluxe is crazy.
no, I don't know.
For
Deluxe, whatever it
Fresh,
was,
no.
extended version.
So when I made
That's
that comment
funny.
a
The
couple
loss
weeks
for a
ago,
single is funny.
when I made that comment a couple weeks ago, my problem very specifically is that yes, we need more songs, but more than more songs, a lot of Victonian songs have been very
You
short.
want it to last longer.
Yeah, so we need to spend time there. And it was so funny because I think I don't even know what my algorithm was doing, but right after Slick played, an Asha song came on. And the Asha song was still, I think it was Ocean that came on. And Ocean was still going. And I looked and I was like maybe 4 minutes into the song, and there was still how many I said, wow, this song is long, or maybe it's
Oh
just that or maybe it's just that now everybody's making short songs. I
no,
don't understand why that
guys.
song is a minute and something.
I don't think people understand. I
Yeah.
said I played the song. I waited. I don't play songs exactly when they come out, but I waited for this song to come out. And then just when the song is beginning to get sweet, it now finish. Hey God.
You
I don't
took
know
it
how to
personally.
feel. I took it very personally. There
Yeah.
has to be an extended version somewhere. Because this cannot see. I'm beginning to get annoyed because the 1 minute and
Pepe,
45 seconds still banned.
Can
That's the
we
Pepe,
part that is
Pepe,
annoying.
can we take a
49
Pepe,
seconds
Pepe,
actually.
yeah.
Pepe, but like, look
My
at the
bad.
title of the song. He's being slick now.
So now.
Yeah, he's being slick. That's why I don't know.
All
This
right,
guy
all
You
is
know
right.
what?
slick.
I have a question for you guys.
What's your
Okay.
question?
I mean, if you we should know by now, like, that there is a remix being prepped up.
How that one
We
take
we should.
concern me?
We should. How
Why?
should we know
Concern me or
Why
that?
should we
concern
Why
know
that
should
that?
one?
we know that?
Why
Okay,
and how should we
sorry.
know that?
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. So we shouldn't know that, by the way. I think I saw what's his name?
So you are using
What's that
insider
cause?
information.
No, no,
Now why
no,
you
no. This
kukuma the industry?
this is not
No,
insider
the
information.
industry.
This is not. Wait. Let me disclaimer. This is not insider information. This is public knowledge. Ozedicus had a beat breakdown of the song, and
Okay.
he kind of hinted at it, like, wink wink, that obviously it's left short for a reason, because they are leaving space for other artists, another artist, or other people to kind of
Jump on it.
jump on it. So that's exactly where they have left it. And to be
You
honest,
know why?
I can see why, because this is a song that had a snippet living for a while, and
No one said that about this
naturally,
one though.
you can see interest from even other artists, maybe bigger artists, or so, that would gain an
Would
interest
love
in the
to
song.
jump on
You
it,
know what I
but
mean?
again, I would just love to let you know that when Nosa dropped his album, he dropped Always on My Mind, Abi, and Always on My Mind was still 3 minutes how many, and
You
then
said
he
no,
dropped
sir.
Always on My Mind remix, and when I said on Nosa, that Nosa is specifically who I mentioned, and when he dropped
Like
Always
Chocolate
on My
City, no, sir,
Mind.
or are we bantering?
No, I'm being very serious, and you think this is banter. I don't know why you think this is banter.
Wait, no,
I'm
no,
telling you that
I'm legit. I'm legit
I'm
He's
giving you a
asking.
confused
perfect
about who you are
example.
talking about.
Yeah,
He knows who I'm talking about.
I
You
actually
know
do
who
not. That's
Nosa
why I
is.
had to clarify, because there is
You
a
don't know who
Nosa.
Nosa is. I'm screaming. You don't know who
I
Nosa is.
know. That's why I know a Nosa. I'm trying to confirm if it's the Nosa I'm talking
It's
about.
the Nosa that you know. There's no other Nosa that you don't know. The
Okay,
one that you know,
okay. I'll just make
that
it.
is who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Nosa dropped Always on My Mind. Always on My Mind was 4 minutes, 19 seconds. And Nosa dropped Always on My Mind remix featuring M.I. Abaga. And Always on My Mind remix was still 4 minutes, 19 seconds.
Oh,
He
okay.
could have given us a full song. I don't care if the remix is coming or not.
You know what, Belema?
I
He will
I
ask for
actually
water and you
Yeah.
will get
I'm
shabu.
sorry. I'm
Why are you
sorry.
What is
confused by
stopping
this?
him
There is
from adding
obviously
another
space for
person?
somebody else.
I'm
When you
sorry.
concern who you are adding.
I'm
this is
sorry.
my unpopular opinion. No, me, I like it as it's 1 minute 49. sometimes but so I feel like the fact that and this
recipes.
this is where number one, it gives opportunity for someone to jump on a song. That's fair enough. If we didn't
Okay,
have
and
that
that's why I'm
information,
proving to you.
wait, but if we didn't have that
That's why I'm proving
information,
to you.
if we didn't have
Yes.
that information, I will still not be mad the fact that this song is 1 minute 49 seconds.
No, I'm so sorry.
Because it gives the opportunity
I
from
think
an artist's perspective,
To
it
wheel
gives
it.
an opportunity to do
no.
anything you want with it. And I feel like
I fully
sometimes
disagree.
when a song is too long, realistically,
Sorry,
we
Valen.
fell in love because of the snippet, right? Like, let's just be for real. We fell in love because of the snippet. The snippet was probably like what, 30
Yes.
seconds or even less actually, like 20
It was
It
seconds.
was
exactly
50. It
30
was 50 seconds.
seconds.
Do you?
Cam. So
Yeah.
if the fact that it was 15 seconds and
No,
then I don't I
No.
something.
I
based
said
on how
45 to 50 seconds.
okay.
About
Zero.
45 seconds.
Okay, based on how music is consumed these days, I feel like this hits the sweet spot where it
This
puts the
cannot be the sweet
favor
spot.
in the artist. Because some like realistically, before even in the DJ booth, like when you're in the club, before are they gonna play the full song? No, they're not. Like
Okay,
I want to speak to you as somebody that listens to music, right? As somebody that is a fan. All of these things you have said are very trivial information. The reason why I specifically brought up Nusa is I do not expect a song to be 4 minutes long, right? Your song does not even have to pass 3 minutes mark. What I am telling to you is that telling me that they're making room for another artist to hop on the song is a very lazy excuse because we have had multiple artists give us songs and they still had artists jump on the song. Like telling me that
no,
you're
but
giving me a
Exactly.
1
They
minute
will just not
but
be.
the kind of
They won't
song
have their best too.
hold on. Telling me that you are leaving space for somebody else to jump on the song is an excuse that does not make sense because I can show you 1,000,001 songs that have remixes, that have different versions, that have other artists that jumped on it, and they did not have to do 1 minute and 30-second song.
Yeah.
The second thing to it is if you want to speak to the like tell me one song and I think this is where the problem starts to come in is that people want to use the excuse of how much their brain can contain in today's time and age to tell me why a song should be short. I'm so sorry, nobody is expecting a DJ to play a full song in the club. Nobody has ever, in one word, expected that. But if I am in my house playing that song, I do not expect that song to finish in 1 minute 30 seconds. The difference between me and the DJ is the DJ's job is to cut the song. My job is to listen to the song. Give me the full song. I am not the DJ. And so I think like when we do this attention span thing and we say, well, people don't listen to too much too long, so like let's not give them too much. The only thing you can tell me is that maybe if he gave an extra verse, the song will not be. But then that is still excuses on excuses because the same Victoria you are talking about have given us 4 minute song. So what are you people saying here?
Yeah. He has given us a song with 14 features.
He has given us a song with 14 people on the song. So what are
And
you
he wrote
people
every
talking
single
about?
verse for every single one of those people. Don't piss me off, please. Let's get annoyed the more we talk about
Telling me about
this.
somebody that
Dante.
concern your attention span.
Dante.
I'm also held up on the whole length of songs thing because there's a plethora of artists that do it, but I understand the complaints, and it is Victoria's fault. We need to blame him for everything.
Of course, it's his fault.
One is very good. That's like the first problem.
That's the reason why he's more annoyed because the
Because
song
it's
is
too good.
actually good. If it wasn't good, I would not be this pressed. But the song is actually good.
So
Good.
and then the second problem, which is second fault, is I drop snippets on guys. Again I keep saying I've been in front of this guy over the years. I have
Oh yeah, that was your biggest gripe.
one of somewhere on a device I own. I'm pretty sure I have a folder that contains over like 30 Victoni snippets, guys. Like a bunch of songs somewhere that I'm pretty sure if I mentioned it to him, he will be like, how do I know that song? That is how far back this thing is at. So that is the second problem. Now regarding the song, it's an amazing song, guys. And I think like for the length thing, another excuse that I feel like you can give him is the point you guys have made, which is that he has done the long song, he has done a ton of features on the song. So like maybe this one time for the one time you guys can just try and let it go. But then
Exactly.
Why couldn't
something
you should have picked another song to do it with?
wait,
Why?
Thank you
but
so
then
much.
Imas saying that fair enough. Imas saying that it's obvious. It's not obvious.
No, I
That's
took that
actually not
back. I took
obvious.
that back.
But
It's not obvious.
yeah, but then saying even the Ozedicus thing, I wouldn't say it's a lazy excuse, but it's like
You're killing
it's
him.
just their own reason.
Don't
But
mind me,
Yeah.
let me
their
actually. It
reasons, which is
hurts.
a reason that I've never seen
Very
No,
since
lazy
they
guys,
started using
you
them.
people don't understand. I
You're
think
like
the reason
killing
why
this
this is
nigga.
so like
Well,
the reason why the entire thing is like annoying, like you said, first off, obviously the song is good, like it's good, but also too, there's not been very many snippets that have dropped this year that have demanded this kind of attention.
Yeah.
Like Bedu has
yeah,
not
like
Bedued in the
this
way this
song,
Bedu Bedued.
interestingly, is
So
having
when you
so
finally
much
have a Bedu
reach.
that Bedu, complete the song for fuck's sake.
What
But
if he creatively didn't have
wait,
a third or a second verse? Or was it a
but
third verse?
You know what,
Hold on.
Emmanuel? Emmanuel, you know
That's
what?
where
That's
I'm going
Yeah.
because when Naye was
Now,
talking, right, while I didn't agree with like the DJ part of the conversation,
Mm-hmm.
it is
Yeah.
a art imitating life situation. Of I don't know if it's playing into the whole short attention span, which is again I think that's another agenda. That's like
Yeah, I
totally
mean
like
that would be
because
the bigger
yeah,
play.
because
Or
it's
the more
like
obvious play rather.
I really don't like this thing because the excuses for let me throw like a 1 minute 2 minutes tantrum. The excuses for we are on our phones and on TV and on laptops and on this at the same time. I'm like a lot of things we consume are not meant to be consumed together. They are meant to be perceived differently. And I get that visuals come with audio at the same time. So that is like being affected, you're consuming that, but I get that, but like a song is still a song. And everyone wants to listen to just a song. I want to be able to listen to a song without thinking about the fact that I'm scrolling on YouTube. So um I think the song is really great. But something more interesting to me is that like this song has only one verse, Fresh has only one verse. Then if I look back at Stubborn, Kolo has only one verse that is like one of the top verses from that album. I just feel like it's like in his Kolo era. Make an amazing or what he thinks is like an amazing hook chorus and then put a verse and come back again and say
I
put
thought the
that
song
again.
had two verses. Am I
Yeah,
tripping?
he had two verses. He had two
What song?
verses.
Yeah.
He did have two
Because
verses.
isn't
That's why I'm saying
the
the
what's it
third one
called?
was he didn't have one.
Isn't the
The
what's it
snippet is
called?
one verse.
On to the next. Oh my baby. On to the next.
Wait,
Talk to the best.
No,
That's
it's
the
verse.
second verse,
That's
no?
not a verse.
that's the second verse of the first, is it? I don't know. I didn't really
It's
piece
in
down
the
the structure
middle.
of it.
From
See, I'm
Victor's
ready to be
standpoint,
corrected and somebody can go
yeah.
and check it out right now. But everything's in the middle and then it comes back again.
Mm.
Okay, from the what's it called? Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Again, I might be wrong, which
I
I'm
think
open to being wrong, guys. You
I thought
somebody just
the
confirm
on to the next what's it called was a verse. I can't lie. Maybe a short verse, but I thought it was a verse.
in all, my point is that there's a good replay value, and you guys will
Oh,
be streaming this like
It is.
it's
I've
if I
heard
cracked.
may,
that
if
song
I
way
may,
Cracked.
too
But
many
It's
if
but
I
cracked.
may,
the
It's
times.
if I
cracked.
may,
replay
if I may,
value
It's
isn't
cracked.
you know
if
what the
I
thing
may,
about replay value is that is it that attached to because I think in this case the other papa is either attached to the fact that it's so good I really want to hear it again, or it's so good but I didn't get enough so now I want to hear it again.
thank you, God
And
bless you.
maybe that's where the places that like
but
like
Thank you,
I
God bless
everything
you.
is light-hearted. Like that's
but
I feel
the
like
album is coming and
that's
that's
my
kind of like
point.
where
Yeah,
what I'm waiting for.
If okay,
it's gonna be a placement thing. I feel like it's genuinely gonna be based on placement. I don't know if how calculated it was. You never know. Probably he put the snippet just to see how it will go, and then he didn't have another verse for it, so that's why he just like, you know what? Let me just sum it out. In comparison to what's it called? This guy, what's his name? Rema that did Is It a Crime? Well, made him want so I think he even nearly reached a year until Is It a Crime came because the snippet blew, and then it still went well, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
it depends on how it's being received. I feel like for Victini's case, I feel like the only person that can do justice, I probably haven't, broadened my scope, but the only artist that I feel like will be good on the remix, unfortunately, do you guys guess who?
Unfortunately. That's so funny. You said unfortunately it was funny. That's all.
No, don't
No,
just say the name.
it's
Just
not
say the name.
unfortunately, though. It's not unfortunate. I mean,
But you said unfortunately.
yeah, okay. Sorry. I mean, sorry. Guys, it's midnight. After it's 1 o'clock.
Just say the name. Just say
But,
the name.
no,
Okay.
I want you guys to guess.
That was the game I wanted to
The
play
moment you said
for you guys.
Oh, wow,
obvious.
beat you to it.
Wait. What do you mean unfortunately? Okay, I'm thinking of.
Because she doesn't really like him like that.
Oh, is it Odumodu?
I love him. No,
Is it Odi she's thinking?
Like, it's gonna be a common art, like not.
Can you hold on? I just confirmed it is 2 verses. I realized the snippet messed
It's
up
2 verses, yeah.
Because
Because One Day and Swagalomo is its own verse. Yeah, it's a first verse. On to the next. That's the second. Yeah.
That's the second verse.
Mm-hmm. And then the Ama vocals at the chorus.
The end, yeah.
That's another thing. I kind of like they could have made Amma a featured artist, by the way. Like she was.
They technically could have.
The entire arrangement.
They technically could have, but.
Oh, was she a
They have made Paula a future artist.
Yeah, but there's a level of suave to it. You know what I mean?
That's different, though.
There's a level of swag, though. It's I think it's fly if she's not credited.
Like the bridge of
for me.
the song, or like
I don't know.
It was not the effect on Paula's voice for that song clearly states that it's not like a lead.
Yeah.
It shows that it's backing or it's part of the arrangement or the structure of the song, rather than this is the person who is the lead artist singing. But Amon, is not even just like it's kind of, also, by the way, it turns out there are 2 women on it, so that maybe that's why
it's Amma and someone else.
But
okay, but then again, I can also see from a artistic perspective as the way those vocals were even texturized to feel. They felt like an accessory. They didn't feel like it didn't feel like the center of the song in that, if you understand what I mean. It didn't.
I understand you, but I can't agree, because I get the idea and I get that, but the way they were structured is things I would see in other genres of music that the lead artist would use on their voice. Does that make sense?
No, for sure. The structure allows for it. The structure allows for it.
Exactly. Like back outside, then using kids, something like that. But in this case, it's not kids. It's like a lady, like
Yeah, but then what's it called? I was gonna say that in like how Amal was used very well in this song. I feel like if you were, in this conversation of AI that we were just having, I thought I would have easily said that I would have thought AI was used there. Like,
okay.
If I didn't, not in the.
No, we get it.
I'm not saying in a negative way.
Yeah.
I was thinking about because I think there was even a conversation. I don't know, something was used or something like that, but probably it's their vocals. You know how speculation can go around, but in the conversation of how he managed to use actual human voices to create that is everything. Like, I feel like it is a good storytelling in itself. But guys, you haven't guessed the artist that I was thinking that would be very good on this single.
Okay, who's the artist, please? Just say it was from our
who do you want the
Slow
artist
Misery.
to be?
Who do I want? Who do I want?
Wait,
who do I want?
Rema?
Let me see. I mean, it's kind of the obvious. It's kind of the obvious proximity. Like in terms of the proximity to the song itself, Rema would feel like an obvious take, but I don't think that would be the route that Victoria would take here.
I only said Rema.
Oh, I was gonna say Rema. Oh, you guys are so smart. So I guess it's a.
I mean, that was too obvious.
The funny thing was you said unfortunately.
Yeah, you said unfortunately. That's why I was thinking someone that is not publicly like loved. That's why I thought Odumodu back immediately.
What I meant by unfortunately is because I know he would have been an obvious.
Yeah, it's too obvious, and they've already collaborated before. They've done a remix before that.
To do it again. Probably Benson will actually be good on this, you know.
I don't hear Benson on it. I don't hear Benson on this. I don't hear Benson on this.
And there was why your voice loud when they called Benson's name.
Like, man.
Okay, no. Let's play the fun game. Who did you guys suggest for this?
Yeah, I was going to say Marvel.
Wizard
to
Chan.
bait me.
Oh, fucking
But
hell.
I didn't even say that you showed up.
Oh my god, that's the same man. I didn't just showed up.
I did not see how I came now. I did not come because of that. But
That's
anyways,
funny.
Yeah, but I thought of it. Like I thought
let
of
me
it. I didn't say.
let me tell you who I think would be perfect
Who do you think?
on this. It's gonna blow you guys' minds, but Victoni.
Dead guy.
Oh my god.
Like,
But Victoni
has
You're
just doing his fucking job.
correct.
Victoni.
His whole fucking job.
Victoni should do his own fucking job. I'm dying.
Correct. The person that is perfect for this
I'm dying. It's Victoni.
When I
You're correct.
I'm dying. I was here thinking maybe Victoni will whip up his AI voice this thing again.
Victoria featuring Victoria.
Guys,
Yes.
wait. Sorry, let me say this. The accusation might come later, but Victoria has an alternative ego artist, by the way.
Yeah, he does. I'm sure he does.
It's not about alternative.
He does alter ego. You mean alter ego?
Whatever.
Belema, I know, but I'm only saying that because I know a lot of people are not aware that there's another artist that is Victoria, but the voice is edited is a different way.
What's his alter ego's name?
Trey Dark.
I forget.
Oh,
I knew he had one.
That's what he
Shout out to that trader guy, but Victoni featuring Victoria, I'm behind it.
I've just made the song longer. I don't all this. You should feature somebody, feature nobody, do remix.
All right. For real. Let's play the game though. I'll let's hear actual names. If someone has thrown in Benson in there for the third verse. Are you all fucking with that? Because I don't know. I don't hear it. For a weird reason. And they've collaborated too.
Not on this vibe.
I think there are some obvious people like AV.
Yeah. There's some on the nose people like AV for sure.
Yeah, but
AV is very on the nose.
Some of them are kind of. That's why I said it's very obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what's so funny is that I was gonna say, doesn't Victoria have clones? And isn't AV one of them?
No, AV is not one of them. They came around the same. AV isn't one of them. No. It's a fair like.
Not so much on AV.
No, AV is not one of them though.
No, I know. No, it's not.
Yeah, and there's not even a bad thing if somebody is a quote unquote
Baby boy AV.
Yeah,
Do you know Baby Boy?
What's that his popular song?
Which one? God. Confessions or
the first one? Confessions. Yeah. One of the greatest songs ever. But yeah. Who else do you think? Should we call Sako?
I'm leaving on Omali.
What?
That's too
On my leg room, Benny, rubbish.
Wait, Omali.
No, but that's not a bad shout.
Does work, but it's too.
Are you guys thinking it from a perspective of who's going to amplify the song for me? Because I got the sense of amplification.
I'll call Burna Boy then.
Okay. Okay, maybe Burna Boy will actually return the favor now. Right?
Yes.
Because he owes him since Chop and Slide.
Because he still owes, because Burna still owes him that one song.
Since Chop and Slide, yeah.
Chop and Slide.
I'm very happy that song never dropped.
I'm so sad that dropped
on this, you know.
Angle.
Ali Poppy, please.
Angle. No. I see your vision now. Don't worry.
No.
Don't worry. Don't worry now. Yeah, I see your vision.
You guys know I am the greatest.
You guys on that. I'm kidding, man.
I love me some Charlie, but no.
Okay. If you guys see
for sophisticated debauchery, please.
You don't want a Malay?
It's not this I don't want Omale. I was just like, I'm thinking about it.
Malay is too close to home. It complements the song. It doesn't amplify it.
Okay, who's going to amplify the song for you? Someone on a bigger profile than Victoni. Who do you think? Yeah, bigger profile than Victoni that will amplify the song. Who would you go for?
I have the answer.
Beyonce?
Okay.
Did you say Beyonce? Oh.
He said the answer.
Oh.
What's the answer?
He said Ira Star.
Ira?
Too close to an album, but nah.
You know what's actually funny? The person I really is just the two of them are going to sound too similar.
Okay, who?
Chala.
Who?
Oh, Chala. You said Chala.
Huh? But did you miss the part we said amplify?
Emmanuel.
No, like no. Okay. That came out crazy.
Hold on.
Okay, that came out crazy. Shout out to Chella, man. Nothing against Chella. No.
I'm so sorry. That was funny as hell.
No, nothing against Chella. Nothing against Chella.
Grammys just posted Chella. Grammys was just.
Oh no. Chella is not a small boy, Joe. Like Chella has ridiculous numbers. Let's not
Guys,
do that.
It's just funny the way he said it.
Honestly, did you hear the part where we said amplify? What?
Yeah, that was the part that was funny. It's not even that you said Chella.
But it's like it's only if you need context that you don't get it.
Okay, all
Because
right.
Cheddar still feels close to home with
Yeah.
highlight infections.
Yeah, I know. But I want some contrast though. I want some contrast. It is a very because I kept hearing the song.
Okay.
Because I kept hearing the song again and again. And I was like, who the fuck could actually work? That is big.
My answer is very simple. Burna Boy, just die.
I think Burna Boy is just good, and he can use it in the sense of like.
I don't mind Burna. I don't mind it, but I don't know that I love it either.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it, but I can definitely envision it. When they call. Yeah, when they call fucking smoking.
What did Naye say when I could not hear what people were saying?
Huh?
About what?
It wasn't naive.
What she said? What
did the man say?
What did I say?
What did you say?
What did I say? Wait, what did you hear?
I did. My signal went out before I was even submitting I was making my submission and my signal went out.
Sorry, what did you hear?
And Emma said. Did you hear when he said amplify?
Okay, yeah, that. Okay.
No, but that has passed now.
No. So I added.
Okay.
Fair point, but I added that I don't hear anybody amplifying the song but him. I feel like the only person all of you have mentioned that actually drives.
But you mean Bob Victoni, right? Or
huh?
You say Bob Victoni to amplify the song?
All the names that everybody has mentioned, the only person I can see going off that would actually like excite me is Rema.
Okay, let's take Rema off the table.
That's because of that other song. That's because of that other
Soweto.
Like I feel like I understand that he gets the flow and he will get the energy of the song.
Yeah.
Everybody else just does not. Even when you watch the way he's carrying the song. See, one day can do it. He has it. Like
one day has the technical ability to do it, of course.
But I just don't know if he would like.
Will he do it though?
That's the point. So like, you see the way he was flowing on energy is actually how I think he would need to flow on the song. For
energy, the way he did on Them Go Pay, the second verse of Them Go Pay.
Yeah, but I just don't. I don't.
No, one day
overlocking himself.
No, for sure. Like I think when he locks in, it's insane.
I have
a name, but I don't know if it works. I don't know, man.
Please shoot it out. Shoot it out.
Say Pepe.
Dante, what did you say?
Sorry, Pepe. Okay.
Right before.
Wait, let Dante go.
Mentioned the Soweto thing. I was thinking of the fact that I remember when Soweto came out. I don't know if it was here or on NMS that we're trying to find who could have been on the song, and a bunch of open verse freestyle was also coming out, and there was just this thing where because of the world that Kitzo and Victoni created with that sound, it's just almost like nobody could fit perfectly. And the person who came the closest
was Rema.
Because if I heard that Rema did a verse and they felt like, or maybe he felt that it wasn't good enough, that he went back again. So he's double locked in to be able to even like execute the song. And Victory is also his own relationship with the song is weird because he wasn't even the biggest fan, and it was Tempo that was like, "This song is it." Tempo said sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night and be like, "Why did Victory not like that song?" And thought like it was well, but it's just I think Victory is just on there's a standard and it's so original and so him with the frequency he operates on that it's sometimes hard to see who would do well next to him until they come in and do it.
Right.
Is there, Dante, I agree with you. Is there a world where he convey, because a lot of times with like features, it gives off the sense of like, hey, I'm sending you the song, you already heard my verse, you heard what I did with it, and then do your thing. But is there a world where he says, maybe I even write you the verse, and then you...
Absolutely. Knowing Victoni, absolutely. Yeah.
You could do that as well. But then he would do it for... I'm just thinking of like artistic reasons why. either for texture, because I don't want to think like business wise, but either for texture. Because earlier in this when we were talking about AI, we spoke about the fact that for what's the name of that song? The song with AV, Jaga Jaga.
Jaga Jaga, he did
wrote
verses
he wrote verses. I
from
think it
Dave's
was Dave, I think it was
perspective,
Bonner,
from
I think it
Central
was
C. Yeah,
Pence,
yeah, his
Pence
pen
and
can move
Steve,
like
and
that,
then used
basically.
AI to get their voice. So it could definitely pen that for the sake of
Mm.
texture, like having, because sometimes when you have like a song that you heard all the time, you're like, okay, I want a different experience. So that's why I'll bring somebody else. So I do
Someone
agree with
else,
that.
yeah.
That it
Damn, who is worthy?
up Victoni.
Yeah.
Who is worthy of
Yeah.
this song though? Damn.
Because it's a great song.
It's a
I was
great song.
like
It's a
Van
very good
Nicole,
song.
There are a lot of people
Van
who
Nicole,
are.
Rema, or Benson.
Oxlade is there too, right? I was going to say Fireboy, but Oxlade actually works so well for this song
I could
because
actually hear Oxley.
I
my
can see
thing
an
with
Oxlade.
Oxlade is that like if he comes in with the
Sorry, I
layers
have a
and
question.
maybe they section out a part to like
Very very
acapella
high.
and just switches up the arrangement of the song, I think that would be mind blowing.
I think
So
Oxlade can work depending on
But
how he chooses to deliver the verse.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I was about to
exactly.
say.
So he
that
needs
was
to work
one of
well.
my questions. When you people that say you hear Oxlade, what do you hear him do?
Well, yeah, me too. I can't hear Oxlade.
I mean, I mean,
It's crazy.
no, I mean, he would work for the sake of like making a good song. I think he will.
Yeah.
But I don't know if
But you
he.
still don't feel like that's the energy.
Yeah, I don't know if like an Oxlade energy is what the song need. I feel like I'm still demanding
But like I said,
a bit more
what
contrast
define as an
for the
Oxlade
song.
energy? Let's take a minute on that. Because
One Call
so
University, right? Oxlade is
that's why
a class student from
Ima,
Waneko University, right?
that's why I said what I said, which
Yeah.
is that like he's another one day, and if he locks in, you get
We don't have time to
because
lock
his
in
most
somebody.
energetic
You see
record
that
to
we
be a
don't have time to
song.
lock in.
When when
We
you people
actually have time to lock in. The song is 1 minute and 45 seconds.
when
We have
people
time.
are
A lot
finished,
actually.
when people are finished, tell Victoria to go and make a third verse. When people are finished,
Anyway,
Can y'all hear me?
yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
I actually, first of all, I'm very surprised that Belema came on with the energy of being upset by how he did this song. And it was wrong. As somebody who championed this song so desperately last week and
I'm
the week
still
prior,
championing the song. Don't
We are still
worry.
championing it.
I will
Don't get us
say.
twisted here in
So
this household.
the funny thing is I played it and it's so for the purpose of replay value it actually does because before you realize the song has finished and you're starting it again. But
It's sweeting you to play it again.
I will say that it's very annoying when you have somebody who's as talented and you know can actually deliver that decides to do this like this is that what's it called? I did not study for the exam, but I know I'll pass kind of
But I got A
behavior.
plus.
And it fucking pisses me off because one day I'm going to say my agenda, my real agenda on here because the people that are having clarity of mind, I think this is who they think that they are. Really, really
Oh
in their
my
minds.
god.
But
Hey yo!
Oh
No,
my
I didn't follow you and
goodness.
go
What
there.
kind of
I didn't
shots are
follow you and
these?
go there.
What kind of
No,
shots
man.
are these?
I
That
think
was such a sophisticated shot.
God, every time you
I
go,
think
you go just wake up and just choose violence. Now,
you
wow.
know what's so funny? Now that he
Just
has said
peace
what he has
today.
said, now that he has said what he has said, the only thing I have to say is that maybe you guys are right about One Day Cole because this is the same energy One Day Cole be using to make his own music.
yes, it's so annoying.
Do you know what's so funny? This is so funny. I actually said,
maybe you are right.
I actually said, this is actually crazy that you guys brought my Nicole full circle because I legit had this thought when we're talking about the length of the song that Victoria put out. I was thinking someone that could actually use this duration of songs
That could benefit
from this duration of song in order to rinse.
No.
In order
Before he begins to deteriorate.
Yeah.
No. Like in all honesty, one day has built it's of course like the songs and his previous work and his legacies there. One day has a sort of mystical energy of like unfinished or snippet culture of like songs that are just like that. Like that. What's that song? You know, everybody knows that song I'm talking about. The one where he
Which
like
one?
was. It's
Is it one with Ikechukwu?
No. There's one where it's like it was never completed. Yeah, it was the again it. Like that little section of it that just feels like people are like craving for the full. Like you wanted to do more than
No,
this,
but
but
the
you
thing
don't do
is,
the
one
rest
day
of it.
actually released the full version of Again.
No, again is a full
By
song.
the point,
Why they can't release his
that's my
full
point. But like
songs?
I
It's just that, yeah, yeah.
wait. But
Oh, which
yes,
one?
that's the one. That's the one. That's the one.
Which one?
Yes. By the
Gentility.
time the
The song with
song
Melvito.
by the time the thing had actually gotten to the point where you have heard from various sources, you have finally heard the original full track. You don't even care about the full track again. It's that little part that he was doing before that you're like, why did you not do this consistently?
Continuously.
So, for those of you that were in secondary school, they used to beat people for not applying themselves. This is why. You are trying to avoid this for a 30-something-year-old man to not come and be giving me half-baked efforts because I know that you can do this thing for about 30 seconds.
Not too much on Chico Calvin.
Are we all in agreement?
What do we think about Loje?
No.
You don't have to. What do we think?
Heat. That would be fire for me. That would be fire.
The only reason why I say a Loje is that I think Loje would also now approach it from his own particular style, but somehow I see it working.
Gosh. No, Jay will scatter the record, bro.
And you already know that Loje's pen goes crazy.
It goes crazy, and they have a nice contrast in their tones as well. No, this would be a nice. Yeah, this would be a nice record. But then again, I love Loje that past the last person. You know what I mean?
What they come out.
Yeah.
But definitely, I think, like anybody in Victoria's position, they're thinking huge. They're thinking Beyonce, Jay-Z like level amplification for this. You know what I mean? They're thinking.
But the problem is that Victoni creates I don't know how to explain it, but I truly think he's one of those artists that like creates a very specific world. For some reason, there's just not that very many people that can live there.
Yeah, that's the thing about Victoni's songs. Because I did not like many of the Soweto remixes. Even the Rema one I didn't like on first listen. It took a good minute.
Yeah, like Rema's, what's it called, grew on me. And
yeah.
Lots of people that did that Soweto remix, I was like,
a lot of things were not. It wasn't hitting, man.
To remind you guys of something, you might remember when the song "Stubborn" with Asake came out.
Yeah.
People were like Asake bodied and this and this. I'm like, how is it possible that people are not hearing what I'm hearing? Like Asake did amazingly, like complimented the song. This world is Victoni's world. You actually can't body him here.
Asake did a good job. Could Asake do it again?
He did an amazing job. Yeah.
Could Asake do it on this?
There was no one up. It was like a proper collaboration.
On this one, no.
No.
Yeah.
No, I love Asake more than the next person, but no.
By the time the H Factor will come,
that's very what's it called? What's the
Okay, another what's it called? I don't know this artist.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I want to slap an ism. on that name real quick.
Do you think that means could fit this world or no?
It can't be in Nigeria, man. Let's not being honest. It cannot be in Nigeria. It has to be.
It cannot be Nigeria. That's the sad reality.
You know what is funny?
So do you think that means could fit this world? No.
Pepe,
Yes or no?
Wait, Emmanuel, what about an international artist that's not Nigerian?
Huh?
I actually, initially, I agree with you. I actually think, you guys probably kill me for this, but I actually could see a King Promise on this. I can see a King Promise on this, but I can't.
Okay.
Yo, why are you setting niggas up, bro? I know it was.
Wait,
you did it to Chala, now you're doing it to
international artist.
I know you're telling us not to jump you, but I really want to.
No, we're jumping you, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, talking international artist. This man mentioned
Okay.
Disrespectful.
It's you that is setting him up.
Artists, well, that's not my point.
It's you that is setting him up now.
Actually,
Slick is very specific. Like, I don't know how to explain.
Yeah.
What about
and the reason why I think that like even you can even tell that like
Amare. What about
Amare? Yes.
Amare would be nice.
Wait, hold on.
But come on, guys.
I can see because she's American.
Stop, yo, you guys are trying to play semantics here, man.
Actually, money will be good.
Oh, stop.
like
Okay,
that. I
okay.
wanna see
Guys, when we
Ireland.
say international, we're not talking about our cousins down the road, bro. Like,
Okay, then you have to specify because I'm going
Oh,
to mention
Amare,
gay
Amare
pals.
is
I
Amare.
I 1000%. If you, I don't hear anybody else. If the our in-laws gone, they're not there. They should sit at home. Everybody sit at home.
sorry. So there's no international artist that could actually work.
Ima.
You know,
I
while
just
you're
clocked
at
somebody.
Igbo
Sorry,
jazz,
sorry, sorry, sorry.
Oliver,
Belema, I just clocked somebody. Skilly Bang.
Skilly Bank, long. I
No,
was
Wait,
man, you better use that
I was
for
Give me
gonna
a
there's
say
second.
actually
while
no
Let me
way.
think about it
There's
again.
no way you're wearing
Well.
sleek, and you
it's
do
actually
not think
No,
it's
you
actually
are
Skilly
onto something.
Emmanuel.
Bang will
That could
absolutely
work.
It
like
It
will
could work.
change. It will
even
change
men.
the energy of the song for
The song
It
will
sure.
will
change.
change the
Yeah,
energy.
and
Problem.
guess what?
The song
It's going to, aside from the fact that it will make it slightly more raunchy, just because the way it is.
Yes, it will make you more raunchy.
Eventually
It's a raunchy song. It's a song that needs to be raunchy,
so
actually.
Guys, no. I actually want to give this moment.
I have
Even though we have been whacking
to
Anthony for the first 15 minutes, I want to give him his true. What's it called? Because the first snippet he drops, right, in the whole white whatever. To me, when I first saw it, I was just thinking, oh, okay, this is like a cutesy. I don't know how to explain it.
that was the
But then
second
he
one,
dropped.
Pepe. That was the second one.
Okay, maybe I missed the first one, but then he dropped the actual visualizer, and again, all I thought to myself was debauchery.
Right,
Now you
stripper
have
pole.
shifted the energy of this song from
lovely.
cutesy to absolute debauchery.
Yeah,
And I love
and
this
Skilly Bang is actually
trying to fake that.
yeah.
I have three names. Actually, I lie. I have like four names that I'm going
Okay.
to throw out today. Now, all of them are in the same general idea, but two of the names are because of hotels. The other,
Oh, okay.
don't worry.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Lovely.
Interesting.
My first submission. Nobody should tell me whether they think it goes or not. That's not the point of this conversation. I'm just
Listening.
talking about names. First name, Jasmine Sullivan.
Interesting.
Second name, Ari Lennox. Third name,
Ari.
wait, hold on. Third name, Leon Thomas.
Area markets.
Leon Thomas is actually fire because of
Do you know what?
Fourth
During
name-
this conversation, I thought, okay, sorry, Belema.
Sorry, Belema, you have a fourth name?
Fourth name, Kelani. That's it. That's all.
And
Alani.
those are names that would amplify for sure. Especially Kelani, Leon Thomas.
Actually, I see Kalani
Thomas
of all four. I see Kalani.
I see Kelani
because
too.
of the song with
I don't see
Ode.
Kalani. I see Jordan.
What? Nah.
Georgia
will be
Georgia
alright.
Smith is
She's too cute. She's too cute. She's too cutesy for this
She's
song.
too in love. Please, we're not talking about love here.
And she, yeah. That's why Ari Lennox idea did there. But
No, I think
for amplification reasons, I would say Kalani, Leon Thomas too.
Kalani.
Yeah, but
The
Leon.
one that she named, I think Kalani.
I think Kalani is the best fit in that aspect of R&B because it feels like you're going that route.
yeah, that's why I said hotels.
Yeah.
That
Is there an international rapper that could work? Like a Dave?
An international rapper.
So that it will piss off Adeus.
What do you want to say?
The same way Odumodu used to rap about getting somebody. You people should put Stormzy on the song so Stormzy can tell her about how her body reminds him of Jesus.
Nah.
Jesus, okay. How do we get there?
All right, we spent a good amount of time airing for Victoni, bro. Can we?
Okay, yeah. Sorry. On to other new music.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, Iman, before you move on, to new music, but I realized something. I mentioned Skibby Bang, and I didn't mention the one Jamaican I've always wanted Victoni to work with because they actually remind me of each other, and that's Raja Wild. Do you know Raja Wild?
Raja Wild.
He has this song called Go Go. He said, "Tell me something you don't know. You like Batman. You like Go."
Raja Wild. I might be familiar with some songs, but not the name.
That guy is like, in my own head, Victoni in a Jamaican context. With just that, we're talking about our words, the blues, the pen, the expression. He has some very interesting things he says that as a conservative, or somebody that grew up conservative Nigeria, I question. But I can respect the skill. So Raja Wild, I wish for him and Victoni to like meet each other one day and become besties. Like it's just that insane. So yeah.
Right.
Look, I was gonna mention my favorite Brazilian artist, but you people will tell me you don't understand Portuguese, so
He doesn't know
Ooh,
Portuguese.
just say it. Just say it.
Lord Miller.
Ludmilla.
LOL. Fair enough.
Okay, makes sense. See, Ima,
Luigi.
please, when Ima, this is ATTW. If you say international artist next time, please specify the country because I'm going to mention J Park, and that's a Korean artist as
Oh
well.
my gosh,
So,
this nigga.
so
J-Pac long. But sure, yes.
J Park would actually kill the song. To
Yes,
be honest
sure,
with you.
sure.
Let's move on.
Sure. Sure. I don't know. You guys were just throwing some names and somebody came to mind and I'm just pissed because I forgot who came to mind. But it was someone Jamaican. Because we're talking Jamaican. Anyway, Sha.
Male or female?
No vibes. No vibes. Was it?
Male or female?
Oh, sorry. It was probably Popcorn. But I'm thinking, but now that we are ambitious for Victoni. But now that we're ambitious for Victoni. Well, no, I think Skilly Bank is the best from that side, to be honest, for this song. But if we're very ambitious for Victoni, we have praying, we're praying warriors. Imagine the biggest artist in the world, though.
You want Beyonce? No, I don't understand what
Drake.
We referenced him as a ghostwriter earlier on today.
Drake.
Yeah.
Chris Brown.
Drake.
Shout out to Soldier Boy, man.
Yo.
Real one.
Anyway,
sorry.
No, for real. But hopefully we'll be here when the remix comes because I know, there is a
What will happen
remix.
when remix does not come? What will happen when there's?
I mean, then maybe they were not able to fire.
Do you guys know?
I will hold
do you guys
Anthony
know what-
Chukwuebuka by his shirt if I don't get an extended version or a remix.
Do you know what's stressing me out about this?
Yeah.
Yes,
What is stressing me about this is if you look at his first two singles,
Yeah.
it's very much given that this album is going to be 16 minutes and 12 seconds.
He said it might make it 2 hours.
Get off of my goat, please.
That's so funny.
all I want to say.
I will revolt.
That's so
what's gonna
funny.
happen.
Real quick.
No, now because you can't drop fresh and drop slick and then, bro. Oh God, I'm so annoyed.
All I
He's
want
annoying
to
me.
I'm actually shocked though that nobody mentioned Davido.
Tell Chukwuebuka to go back.
Did you say Davido?
David, it's not
I'm
possible.
sure that nobody mentioned.
Nobody will.
sorry,
No,
my
trust me.
That's what I said earlier.
Are you? Wait, you're shocked?
Thank God.
I was saying.
Belema, thank God that you are. I said Belema, no. Now you thank God that you're here. You've mentioned him for us.
Yes, because I was shocked that you did not mention
No.
It is
Davido is
what he's doing with. It is to finish what he's doing with number 11.
no
before they figure out
11.
What any features that is gonna be on.
How do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about that snippet, though? How do you guys feel about that snippet?
Wait. Before we move to the snippet.
Yeah.
Before we move to the, I just want people to understand that Victoni so far has dropped 2 singles with a grand total of 4 minutes and 3 seconds.
I hear it.
Do you know what?
4 minutes.
I hear it. I hear it. I hear it.
The problem is that for that 4 minutes, I played that 4 minutes like for 30 minutes.
God damn it, man.
You know what other song is longer than 4 minutes and 3 seconds? Always on
What?
no featuring.
Melman, please. Okay, real quick though, Davido.
Spotify gets fucked up,
Davido's snippet with No 11 just dropped as a preview.
I currently have a No 11.
No.
So I don't have anything good
It's
to
still in the realm of new music because it's a preview. I know it's not out technically. But what's the
Twitter and Instagram versions of this song?
Yes. Real quick, because since we're here, we might as well just get impressions of it before we move on.
I currently have a No 11 beef, so I have nothing nice to say.
Damn, why? Why?
Because he performed No 11 or performed in Canada for waiting. Who did you go and see? Flavor Ijele.
It was a festival.
He opened for
and perform.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was a festival, so he, Flavor, and I believe Odile were all slated to perform.
Yeah.
And
And what happened?
I don't have anything. I don't have anything nice to say.
Oh,
so I would rather not speak at all.
All I want to say is that if you name yourself No 11, I don't expect much here.
No.
Oh.
Bellemore.
No.
You people have told me the boy's name is not number 11 till today. How you expect me to know that boy's name is No 11?
That's the world.
Let's just say it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
Like
I
It
was
needs work, right? It needs work.
like
That's what we are saying.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fresh new. I mean, yeah. Well, we're witnessing artist
yeah, no, it's
development.
very,
We're witnessing
Wait, who
artist
needs
yeah, that's what
work?
I'm
development.
saying.
No
He definitely
11 needs
needs
work or
the
the work.
On performance,
yeah
performance.
on the performance side of
Oh,
The
you're
it.
not
It
talking
way
about
was
the snippet
artists need
anymore. We're talking
work.
about the performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, it was
Oh, okay,
because
okay, okay.
they were
Pepe
talking
saw him
about
live
So she's
this
beefing
weekend.
him.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm currently not in the mood. So
Okay.
but yeah,
Well,
shout out to them though.
I played the snippet and yeah, don't know what the fuck that was, but we should not do that again.
Really?
But it just wasn't good. It's not good.
Really?
Dude, why? What?
I think it's good. I think it's very
Yeah,
good.
Wait,
other
You
people try to
know
be
what?
delicate, you know.
I think it's
Other
good
people said, I don't know what
actually.
the fuck that was.
wait. Hold on. I think it's unfair to judge a full song off a snippet, right? Because
Yeah,
who knows
yeah,
the
yeah.
exact 45 seconds they decided to cut. But and the thing with Davido is he has this ability to like he'll find one line now that will hit that will probably blow up this whole song. Who
For
knows?
sure, for
But
sure.
from what I heard, I think it was maybe because he was on No 11's flow for his verse.
Oh,
I just don't like it.
by the way, I haven't heard his verse. I'm not speaking to his verse, by the way. But
okay, never mind.
But I know 11 I put out the snippet a while back, but it feels like he has handed the song.
It was like one of the first ones after the initial song.
It feels like Davido
even thought that was
paid off. Yeah, it feels like Davido paid off for the song.
It was very clear. It was very clear, like for those who had paid attention from the beginning, that this was a No 11 song.
Yeah,
that Davido essentially like decided, like I'm gonna put this on the album,
which is good for No 11.
I like love that for him, but I think it then starts to confuse things a little bit because this is the same conversation we were having earlier about what exactly the goal of this Oriade album is. And I'm very fascinated to see. Yeah. I've heard song number 1, I've seen song number 2.
They're taking us back to the hood.
See, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's a Davido album, man. It's a Davido album.
Is that like a call on they are taking us back to the trenches, like instead of out of it?
No, it's a Davido album, man. He will give you, I think, maybe.
Dante, it's whatever you think it is.
Oh my god!
I can definitely see the route. I can definitely see the route of now. This he would surprise me if he does this, but so far in his interview and media run, he has kind of explained or categorized the album as a way to go back to some of his Afro R&B roots and a more indigenous, like direction. Songs like Aye, songs like Ekuro, probably like things to wedding anthems, those kind of aesthetics. So he could go back there in the body of the album for the bulk of it, but at the same time,
have a couple records.
At the same time, as singles, he knows how to play the singles game. He's probably the most legendary of single artists there probably has ever been in the Nigerian context. He's a singles god, so he knows what can work as a single. He believes what can work as a single, and he's making the direction of probably like good throwing a curveball and picking some of the songs that don't exactly capture the essence of the album, and you will probably be like that. So you score a few hits here and there, but the album might actually have a statement, and that would actually pleasantly surprise me if he makes a much more coherent and cohesive body of work that goes that direction, and then these other singles that we're seeing right now will be the outliers. Dante, you're gonna say something?
Yeah, there's so much new music to talk about, but you said there's no time, so maybe you can move on to upcoming music.
All right, Fireboy announced his album Zuko. Shout out to Tariq, man.
He announced an album, K. Where have I been?
Fireboy announced album. Also, what was the name they were calling him? Anyway. Yeah.
Apparently that was a banter name.
That was the banter name they were calling him.
That some Rema fans were giving him.
Zuko.
Well, does anyone know the origin of the banter name?
I don't get it.
Oh, Avatar.
From Avatar.
Sorry?
It's obviously from Avatar, but like why?
Oh right, like why? What does he look like? Does he? Are they making a reference to how he looks?
God,
oh, because fire.
He's a fire boy.
Firebender Zuko. Oh my god.
Sorry to him.
Right.
Shout out to him.
Yeah,
The
I
album.
don't know if his,
Nigerians, please.
like his
Because
fans are like
what?
called citizens of like Fire Nation or something.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Love the
Fireboy,
LOL.
Firebender, Zuko.
That's a very creative banter name, not gonna lie. Now that I think about it. But shout out to Fireboy for, I guess, leaning into it.
Yes,
Wait,
The announcement was in.
I'm confused. Yeah, okay, that's actually what I wanted to talk about. Because apparently that whole thing was AI generated.
No.
I
I don't know everything.
What was AI generated?
In the
The
visuals.
video announcement.
Somebody of very, very capable position in the industry says the video was AI generated.
Not everything
Now,
though. I can definitely see the background, of course.
Believe. Yeah, I honestly, my first take watching it, if the person didn't tell me, I wouldn't have believed it. And I believe the person because he's typically not wrong. But again, maybe it's one of those exaggerated things where it's part of it or whatever. But the content of what he was saying in it, I was like, hello, who did not listen to you? I believe you and did not. What was all this rubbish? And then,
that's a true narrative for him though.
Wait.
Hold on, last one. Hold on. That position he was standing on. Why do Nigerian artists always do this rubbish? Where you stand on in Lagos that has lights like that you stood in the video?
So that's what I was about.
Magodo? I'm kidding. I don't know, bro.
That's the portion. So hold on. That's the portion of the video that is AI.
Yeah, there's bits and pieces, of course, that had to be AI. Yeah, like I'm not even like. Of course, there's CGI or there's parts of CGI is AI.
Like see where he's looking and then you see the man there.
Yeah, but I think he actually wore a costume to actually go maybe stand behind a green screen or something to do something. I think it's Fireboy that is there. But anyway, man.
It's similar to the video that Rema used to announce his Benin upcoming show.
I've not seen that.
A bunch of like production that goes into that. The one where the governor came and called him and they had like the bat signal.
No, I haven't seen that.
Uses for like Rema.
But I remember.
I haven't seen that.
So it's similar to that. So you could use CGI, they could use like VFX and stuff, and they might use some AI, but like I don't think it's just like
I could care less. I actually give him a lot more props for having a somewhat of a strong artistic direction for the album, to have like a narrative, to have a statement for the album. Granted, some people might not agree. Like our brother here, Ados, might not agree with the narrative, but I think it's still a narrative at least that he can bank on for the album, which is cool, right? Like he's trying to obviously claim that to some extent. I think from the last two albums, he can make that claim. His first two, not so much. It won't be as strong. In terms of quote unquote ignoring him, the man basically won best album of the year that year, and then won best pop or best R&B. He basically had a clean sweep of a year with the two runs.
8 awards that
so he was not ignored with those first two albums for sure. He cannot make that claim. But the next two albums, Playboy and ATTW, he can make that claim, which obviously it's a standard narrative that you see artists take, you know what I mean? So
think about it. When he dropped Playboy and ATTW, he should look at what he gave.
Anyway, Lona also has an album.
Hello, not so much on ATTW. Get down.
No, I honestly, I love Fireball, but like I don't know this why we acting like we're writing history. Like we're all not there when you dropped what you dropped. But anyways, let's
guys, ATTW was a good album.
Real talk.
Yeah.
I strongly believe that there is a miss for people like Fireboy specifically with the titling of his projects.
Albums.
Because I saw the title of this project and I was like, that says nothing to me. I don't know what the story is. Like there's no, and the thing is, they will not do anything to the rollout, and they'll find a stupid explanation that is my.
He's in the early stage. Come on, man. It's not okay. Can we give him at least a bit more time to build his universe?
The grace I wanted to give him was that if he really was a firebender, he would have given us a firebender announcement video. Instead, he gave us him looking like Batman, looking into the city, like coming to save the city. Or Benny, a firebender.
But Belema, you know the true feeling of the name is not coming from the fire bending. The true feeling is coming from the banter and the pushback that he was getting, or the mockery he was getting. So he's leaning
Also, I
into the
think what's
mockery.
very cool is if he finds a way to link this to the actual story of Zuko.
I mean, that would be
If he
cool.
finds a way to look it into the character, that would be funny.
That would be cool. But I think the focus is the mockery.
The banter name.
Yeah, he's trying to push back on that.
Give him time at the end of the day.
Let's give him time for sure. Let's give him time. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, Belema, do you have any last words for
Moral of the day.
in a very moral driven conversation that we had today?
Did we have morals today? Last week we welcomed Light of the World. This week, the moral of the day is very simple. Do not train your AI on what you don't want them to take over from you. The robots are coming. Be nice to them so that they don't, end your life.
The robots are coming. Be nice to them.
Belema said that we are in the Matrix.
What in the iRobot is that?
She said that we are in the Matrix, guys.
Are coming. You better be nice to them.
All right. Don't let the robots take your life, man.
Don't let
Fight back.
AI.
Fight back. Fight back, man.
Say fight back. Just protect yourself, Sha.
Okay. Okay, don't fight back. Just take it. Anyway, appreciate you guys, man. This was another fun space. I'm looking forward to more next week. And again, if you're listening on any of the DSPs, definitely would do us a solid and leave a review or leave a like or whichever context it is to support the space, man. Yeah, a like and subscribe, all that good stuff, man. And whichever platform you're using. Appreciate you guys, man. And we are out. And see you guys next week. Peace.